really boils down that we just do what we do well. And if we do that, we got a chance to win it.
Kozel hits a high fly ball right field. He hit it deep. He hit it back. He hit it out of here. And it's a 3-run homer for Cam Kozel. Pitch from Grubbs is swung on and belted way back into left center field. Back it goes. It's gone. And Kahio Aloy's got the Hogs on the scoreboard.
We've got to come through with a big hit here and there and put some pressure on some people.
Ground ball shortstop could be 2. Aloy comes up, makes the play, gives to Kozel 1. Relay, rack him up. There you go. Line drive left center. Davalon on his horse sliding, and a great catch by Davalon to end the inning.
Just play the game that's in front of you, play hard, see what happens, and get ready for the future.
Gackle is ready. The target's on the outside. Here it comes. He struck him out looking. Gackle strikes out the side.
On the Razorback Sports Network from Learfield, you're listening to Arkansas Baseball and the Fayetteville Super Regional. You're tuned in to the Built Ford Tough Dugout Show, presented by your Arkansas Ford dealers. Test drive the Ford F-150, the official truck of the Razorbacks, at a dealer near you. Today's game broadcast is sponsored by Oaklawn Hot Springs, Arkansas's only casino resort, by Ballpark, the official hot dog of the Razorbacks, the Electric Cooperatives of Arkansas, reliable, affordable, responsible power, by Kubota, for Earth, for Life, Modelo Especial, brewed for full-time Razorback fans, by Roller Funeral Homes. For 3 generations, the Razorback Nation has trusted the Roller family to serve yours with all our respect. Also sponsored by Edward Jones. Find a financial advisor near you at edwardjones.com. Your local Toyota dealer. Toyota, let's go places. By Armor Bank. With locations across this great state, Armor Bank simplifies banking. Arkansas Scholarship Lottery. This is winning. By Go-Go Squeeze. For active people, Go-Go Squeeze Active Fruit Blend with electrolytes can help replenish the essential minerals lost during exercise. By Greenway Equipment. Equipment that works as hard as you do. BASF. We create chemistry. By Fish City Grill. Friendly folks, serious seafood. And by the Arkansas Department of Health. Quit tobacco. We can help. The countdown is on to Arkansas Baseball. Now inside Baum Walker Stadium. Here's the voice of Razorback Baseball, Phil Elson.
It is the second weekend of the NCAA postseason, and it's Super Regional time at Baum Walker Stadium. For the 6th time ever, the Razorbacks are hosting a Super Regional. It'll be the 3rd time that they host against an SEC team, and worthy of a matchup that could have taken place in Omaha. Instead, it's the Razorbacks and the Tennessee Volunteers with a trip to Omaha on the line over the next 3 days. It's great to be alongside my partner, Bubba Carpenter, member of the University of Arkansas Hall of Honor and former Major Leaguer, as the Razorbacks, the 3rd seed in the NCAA tournament. Right now, the top remaining seed take on 14 seed Tennessee, a matchup that we saw 3 weeks ago to close out the regular season. This Super Regional is the only one that features a matchup of 2 conference foes that had played each other this year. It was a hotly contested series. The Hogs dropped the first game by a final of 10-7. They outscored Tennessee the next 2 games 8-6 and 8-4. That series win pretty much is the reason that we feel that the Hogs are playing even at home here in the postseason, and Tennessee had to go on the road for this Super Regional. Bubba, the excitement's been building since the regional ended on Sunday with a dominant win over Creighton. I think that the excitement level went up to about 11 out of 10 after Tennessee beat Wake Forest on Monday. We've been expecting that Tennessee and Arkansas would match up in a postseason series at some point. We kind of thought it would happen in Omaha. Instead, it's for a trip to the College World Series.
Yeah, Phil, I tell you, I hate that we're having to play them here, because these 2 teams deserve to be in Omaha. But unfortunately, one of them's not going to get to go, and hopefully it's Tennessee. I think if we're going to go take care of business today, I feel really good. Well, I was down in the concourse, and it's just a crazy field down there. I mean, there's so much energy. I talked to a couple of players, and they really wish they could have played this thing yesterday.
Oh, no kidding. We might have had to dodge some raindrops late at night, though. But, when you look at how everything shook out last weekend in the regional, couldn't have gone any better. The Hogs, if there was any pressure on them, certainly didn't look like they played with it. Tennessee, they had to go to to an extra game, a 7th game of the Knoxville region. It'll take down a game Wake Forest squad. They had to throw their ace, Liam Doyle. Of course, he's one of the finalists for the Golden Spikes Award, along with Arkansas shortstop Behiva Aloy, which does go to show you that 2 of the most talented players in the country on 2 of the most talented teams in the country. And we're going to see a lot of these guys' names get called in the draft a month from now.
Oh, absolutely. You can look up and down this lineup, and you're going to see a lot of these dudes in the big leagues in a few years, and it's fun. If you're a baseball fan, no matter what you think about Tennessee, they've got great players in their lineup. Tony V does a really good job of recruiting good players in here. And a lot of those guys end up in the big leagues. So it's going to be a lot of fun, no matter what happens. But I really feel good about this series. I think Arkansas is in the right mindset right now to go out and beat. Win. Almost said it.
Pretty close. It tells you the mindset we're kind of in now. Tennessee, of course, they're coming off the national championship, and they've made it to Omaha 3 of the last 4 years. The Hogs trying to get to the College World Series for the first time since the 2022 season when they went on the road and beat North Carolina. Hogs haven't won a Super Regional here in Fayetteville since taking down Ole Miss in 2019. This is the Built Ford Tough Dugout Show, and as always, presented by the Arkansas Ford dealers and the Ford F-150. Like the Razorbacks, this truck has a strong tradition earned by outstanding capability and smart features like a mobile generator. That's how to create a legacy, and the official truck of the Razorbacks. We are 30 minutes away from first pitch at Baum Walker. The Hogs and the Tennessee Volunteers with the first of a potential 3-game Super Regional. We're joined by Hogs head coach Dave Van Horn right after this from Coca-Cola.
This is Coke Zero Sugar. Could I be the best Coke ever? Try and taste with your ears. Hear those bubbles? Imagine them tingling on your tongue. Fizzy deliciousness. Listen to that cascading liquid. A mouth-watering waterfall. Irresistibly tasty. Zero sugar. Crisp, refreshing, and ice cold. Is Coke Zero Sugar the best Coke ever? Try and decide.
What is power? Power can mean different things. For a business, it's offering competitive benefits while also controlling expenses. At Qual Choice, it's being part of a Fortune 50 insurer. For you, it's simple. Power is having choices. This year, ask for a Qual Choice quote and see how much our new rates can save you. Make the right choice. Choose Qual Choice.
When it comes to keeping your family safe, Summit Utilities is here to help keep your senses sharp both inside and outside your home. If you smell a bad odor like rotten eggs, leave on foot immediately. It might be a gas leak. Then call both 911 and Summit Utilities from a safe location. Outside your home, it's important to know what's below before you dig. Always call 811 to have your utility lines marked. It's free and can save you a lot more than money. Your safety is our priority. For more on gas safety, visit summitutilities.com/safety.
Stay tuned. We'll have more of the Built Ford Tough Dugout Show, presented by your Arkansas Ford dealers and the Ford F-150 coming up. This is Arkansas Baseball from Learfield.
Experience luxury at Oaklawn Hot Springs, Arkansas, where the excitement never stops. Elevate your gaming experience at our world-class smoke-free casino and enjoy an unparalleled stay at our hotel. Find bliss at the Astral Spa, embark on culinary adventures, and witness the thrill of live thoroughbred racing through May 3rd. To book your experience, visit oaklawn.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-522-4700.
Hi, Phil Elson here, the voice of Razorback Baseball, to tell you about the unbeatable quality at Harp's Food Stores. From farm fresh produce to the finest cuts in the meat department, Harp's delivers nothing but the best. Whether you're prepping for a tailgate or doing your weekly grocery run, Harp's has you covered, and their friendly staff makes shopping a breeze. Razorback fans, for quality you can trust, there's only one place, Harp's Food Stores. Discover their incredible selection today. Harp's, hometown fresh.
Welcome back to the Built Ford Tough Dugout Show, presented by your Arkansas Ford dealers. Test drive Ford F-150, the official truck of the Razorbacks, at a dealer near you. Time now to head inside the Hogs dugout and hear from head coach Dave Van Horn. Here's the voice of the Razorbacks, Phil Elson.
Dave, we're about an hour and a half until the Super Regional starts here against Tennessee. Your guys just took batting practice, and I'm just kind of already brought to 3 weeks ago. We've seen these two teams on the very same place, and here you are again.
Yeah, it's a little different, than you're used to when you're playing in the Super, and we've played in a few, but we've also played some SEC teams. Maybe just we haven't played them so soon after we just played them, so to speak. And a couple years back, or many years back, we played South Carolina. We played Ole Miss.
There's really not that much difference between Arkansas and Tennessee. I guess if there was one thing I would look at, it might be consistency in the field. And I wonder, how does that make making contact, the importance of making contact for your hitters?
Well, it's been said a lot, that you're going to make them field the ball. And they have good players, and they've got shortstops all over the place out there. And they've just made a few mistakes here and there. And it's really about this series, whether it takes 2 or 3 games, and putting the bat on the ball and driving in runs. And I think the team that drives in runs with 2 outs, that's usually who wins.
Let's talk with Matt Hobbs briefly, and he said he got such a great compliment from watching Ed Service talk about how his pitchers throw every pitch with conviction. And I wonder, how much do you feel that has to do with their relationship with Ryder Hellfrick and how he's caught?
Oh, I believe a lot. They have a lot of confidence in Ryder and his pitch selection. The fact that they can bury a slider with a runner on third, and they feel like he can block it and maybe get that swing and miss that we're looking for. And there's a lot of confidence there.
I was just watching after he was done taking BP, and Ryder's fielding ground balls at second base and at shortstop, and I just am reminded of how he's a really good catcher, but he's just a really good athlete.
He is, and that's you love that. The guy that can, if you needed him to, and maybe next year, you never know, we might give him a break back there every now and then. He's established himself as a great catcher, and let him play another position a little bit to rest those legs. And now the bat's coming on, he's confident, but he's athletic, he can run, he can do a lot of things for you to help you win.
We'll talk more with Coach Van Horn before Game 1 of the Tennessee Super Regional in just a moment on the Razorback Sports Network from Learfield.
The Hog Call, the siren song of the Cardinal and White. Heard in every corner of Baum Walker Stadium, it's a clear warning for any foe that dares get in their way. Ford knows that strong traditions start with leadership, like Ford F-Series, America's best-selling trucks 48 years straight. Drive F-150, official truck of the Razorbacks, only at your Arkansas Ford dealer, based on 1977 to 2024 total sales.
Look, you already know eating right and staying active make a big difference, but weight loss surgery could get you back in the game. Check out the Bariatric and Metabolic Institute at Encore Medical Center in Saline County, part of the Arkansas Heart Hospital team. Their bariatric experts can help you lose the extra weight, get off medications, manage diabetes, and more. Visit arheart.com/BMI now for details. That's arheart.com/BMI for weight loss surgery. Your ticket to better health.
First Security is about more than great banking. Yes, we provide the financial expertise, digital tools, and everything else you need when you need it. But we also go all in on local support with friendly professionals, plus convenient locations all across the state. Because we believe personal banking is better banking. Visit fsbank.com for details. That's fsbank.com for friendly, local banking with First Security. Bank better. Member FDIC.
We'll be back with more of the Built Ford Tough Dugout Show, presented by your Arkansas Ford dealers in the Ford F-150 after this short break. You're listening to the Razorback Sports Network from Learfield.
What's up, baseball fans? Enjoying the game should be easy. Don't overthink it. What to wear? Done. Just toss on your lucky jersey. Don't know what to serve your friends? Easy. Pick up some burgers for the grill and grab some Bud Light for your pregame tailgate. See? It's that easy. Just like Bud Light, which is always brewed with 4 simple ingredients for a clean, crisp taste. Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. 21 plus, Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
The Razorback Raffle is back. This raffle is new and exciting way to support Razorback athletics, whether you're inside Baum-Walker Stadium or calling the Hogs in the great state of Arkansas. Our inaugural raffle jackpot grew to over $275,000 last month, and you can be our next big winner. Even if you're not at the ballpark, this weekend's raffle will remain open until 4 p.m. Sunday, so get your raffle ticket purchased to have a chance to win big right now at razorbackraffle.com.
Our pregame visit with head coach Dave Van Horn continues on the Built Ford Tough Dugout Show, presented by your Arkansas Ford dealers. Test drive Ford F-150, the official truck of the Razorbacks, at a dealer near you. Now, once again, with Coach Van Horn, here's Phil Elson.
Dave, you and I, before going in a game, always talk when it comes to Zach Root, the thing that he's got to be able to do is get a breaking pitch over and establish that early, and that looked like he did that last week.
He did. He had a really good breaking ball and, located most everything. And you're facing a team like this that's powerful, but at the same time can hit for an average. You've got to have secondary pitch and maybe two, and you've got to locate. You can't just throw the fastball over the plate if your breaking ball's working good, because when they get it, they're going to hit it. You've got to really locate it.
And when you're playing in a super regional, we're so used to playing in these 3-game series, and then in a regional last week, you're going to play at least 3. How does this change the approach of managing a game when there's a chance to shorten a game to series to 2?
Well, you just try to win the one that's in front of you, I feel like. You're not going to, if you have 3 established starters and that's what you're going with, 1, 2, and 3 in that order, then you're not going to throw your number 3 to try to maybe even finish off game 2 unless you have a 1-0 lead as far as 1 game to none. It's game 2, you got a big lead, and you just, you've reduced a lot of guys. I think, you got to maybe save somebody back. But when it comes to game 1, both teams are kind of in the same boat. We feel really good about 2 starters, and the 3rd starter's been moved around a little bit. So just try to win the game that's in front of you right now.
What I think you do have, it would be guys like Jimenez or Gackle and a couple others that can come out and give you multiple innings, even get through the order more than once.
Yeah, and we feel that way. These are guys that have started a little bit and are built up, and, they could go 5-6 innings if they were on a roll.
What's your excitement level here an hour before first pitch?
Yeah, I've tried to stay calm, and I want our players to stay calm as well. They see all the hype and the lines, and you can burn yourself out a little bit if you get too wound up, and heart rate's up, then it's down, and then it's up, and just try to relax and get ready for that first pitch.
I know I've asked you this on opening day and maybe a few other games too, but when for a setting like this, how long does it take to feel like it's just the ball game now?
Hopefully a pitch or 2 in, you just realize you just got to try to win now. You can't win the series today. You got to win 1. You got to win the inning. You got to win the pitch. And we've talked to them a lot about that. As far as all the effort and the want to, we already know that's here. It's just about now executing and trying to beat a really good team.
Good luck going after the Vols today, Dave.
Okay, thank you.
Stay tuned for a look at the starting lineups for the Hogs and Vols in just a moment. This is Arkansas Baseball from Learfield.
The Electric Cooperative's got its start lighting Arkansas, and we continue to meet that demand with every resource we can deliver. We're powering your life where you live every single day through one of 17 local cooperatives, each unique, always united, and in your community. Our mission, to provide reliable, affordable, and responsible power to every corner of Arkansas. It's the local hometown cooperative way, because we're better connected together. The Electric Cooperatives of Arkansas.
Make every day an epic day while driving your new Nissan Armada from Trotter Nissan and Saracen Casino Resort. This top-of-the-line Platinum Reserve Edition is a dream drive for wherever your adventure takes you. And you can win this premium SUV from Saracen Casino this month. Play today for your chance at winning Nissan's Armada Platinum Reserve that will take you everywhere and anywhere in style.
Saracen Casino Resort, Vegas, Arkansas style.
Gambling problem? Call 800-GAMBLER.
A lot goes into taking care of your property. You need equipment with more reliability and versatility built in, like Kubota BX and L Series compact tractors, rated #1 in durability and owner experience. Z Series mowers that deliver a quality cut, and Sidekick utility vehicles where durability meets speed. Visit your local Kubota dealer for a demo today.
Visit ArkansasKubotaDealers.com to find a dealer near you.
Stay tuned. We'll have more of the Built Ford Tough Dugout Show, presented by your Arkansas Ford dealers and the Ford F-150 coming up. This is Arkansas Baseball from Learfield.
What does care look like through the years? From the first memories to the treasured moments, from life's accomplishments to life's challenges. We're here for you, body and mind. Arkansas Blue Cross and Blue Shield has been taking care of families for more than 75 years, providing health insurance and peace of mind with the kind of coverage that ensures your best days are ahead. Take good care, Arkansas.
Razorback fans, score big with the freshest seafood in town at Fish City Grill. Whether you're craving grilled salmon or fried catfish, or want to try something new from the daily chalkboard specials, they've got your seafood fix covered. Swing by the locally owned spot in Rogers and make every meal a victory for Razorback Nation.
Still have a little more than 15 minutes before the Fayetteville Super Regional begins, and still have the introduction of both teams to get through. This is the Built Ford Tough Dugout Show. It's being presented by the Arkansas Ford dealers and the Ford F-150. Like the Hogs, this truck has a strong tradition, earned by outstanding capability and smart features like a mobile generator. That's how to create a legacy, and the official truck of the Razorbacks. Scorecard and pencil time. It's time for a look at the starting lineups, being presented by Daspit Law Firm, proud to be the official injury lawyers of the Razorbacks. The Hogs, third overall seed in the tournament, 46-13 their record. They went 3-0 in the regional last week, finished 20-10 in the SEC, good for second place. And Dave Van Horn's lineup today: Charles Davilon bats leadoff in left field. Vahiva Aloy, one of two finalists for the Golden Spikes Award, who's playing in this Super Regional, is at shortstop batting second. Right fielder Logan Maxwell has been healthy, batting third. Batting cleanup, Ryder Hellfrick brings a 10-game hitting streak, 17 hits, 5 homers during the streak. He'll catch. Second baseman Cam Kojal had 5 extra base hits last weekend. He'll bat fifth. Kuhio Aloy into the 6-hole today and DHing. Third baseman Brent Iredale batting seventh. Reese Robinette making his 13th start of the year at first base. He will bat eighth, and Justin Thomas Jr. rounds out the Razorbacks starting 9 in center field. For the Razorbacks, again, it's Davilon in left, Vahiva Aloy at short, Maxwell in right, Hellfrick catching, Kojal second base, Kuhio Aloy DH, Iredale third base, Robinette first base, Thomas in center. Tennessee, the 14th overall seed, 46 wins, 17 losses. They went 4-1 in their home regional last week and finished 16-14 in the Southeastern Conference. Former Razorback assistant Tony Vitello's in his 8th year as the Volunteer head coach. The lineup for the Volunteers: shortstop Gavin Keelan batting leadoff. Andrew Fisher, third in the nation with 24 home runs. He hit 7 of them in the last 13 games, batting second at first base. Hunter Ensley, a 5th-year center fielder, batting third. Dalton Bargo batting cleanup in left field. Volunteer second baseman Dean Curley bats 5th. Reese Chapman, the right fielder, hitting 6th. They got freshmen 7, 8, and 9. Levi Clark batting 7th, the talented DH. Stone Lawless will be the catcher. He'll be making his first start in the SEC in a couple of months, with Cannon Peebles out because of suspension from being ejected in Monday's final game against Wake Forest. So Lawless, a redshirt freshman, will start behind the dish, bat 8th, and Manny Marin, the third baseman, bats 9th. That's Keelan at short, Fisher at first, Ensley in center, Bargo in left, Curley at second, Chapman in right, Clark DH, Lawless catching, Marin at third base. And for the pitching matchup, left-hander Zach Root getting the ball for the Hogs. 6'2", junior, 210-pound left-hander from Fort Myers, Florida, transferred to Arkansas via East Carolina University. This year, Root 7-5 in 16 starts. Batters hitting .232 against. He's completed 85 2/3 innings, walked 29, struck out 113. His ERA 3.78. Big right-hander Marcus Phillips gets the ball today for the Volunteers. 6'4", 246. He's from Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Phillips is a junior and has spent all 3 years now in Tennessee. Record in 16 starts is 4-4, 229 average allowed, 77 2/3 innings, 32 walks, 93 strikeouts, 10 homers, and a 371 earned run average. Those are the starting lineups for the Razorbacks and the Tennessee Volunteers as they match up for the 4th time this season. The Hogs took 2 out of 3 from Tennessee 3 weeks ago. They've been the dominant team between these two programs of late. Arkansas has 10 series wins, 2 series ties in the last 12 series against Tennessee. Haven't lost a series to the Volunteers since 2005. This will be the first ever postseason matchup between Arkansas and Tennessee on the baseball diamond. Stay with us. We're about 11 minutes away from first pitch. Bubba Carpenter comes back in a couple of moments. We'll have keys to the game. And you can feel the nerves just building inside Bob Walker Stadium. Not a seat right now is empty. Everybody's found a way inside the ballpark. Stay with us. More after the break on the Razorback Sports Network from Learfield.
At UAMS, we're advancing, taking benchmark research to the bedside to offer patients the latest treatments and clinical trials. We're leading, providing access to the state's most comprehensive team of medical experts through our statewide network of clinics and virtual care. And we're educating, training the next generation of healthcare leaders and innovators. As the state's only health sciences university, UAMS is creating a better state of health for you.
Hey, soybean farmers, think a fungicide can't last all season? Well, the proof is in the yield. Farmers who use just one application of Reviloc fungicide are seeing an increased yield of 7.3 bushels per acre over the untreated check. Reviloc fungicide is a disease control powerhouse that delivers season-long protection even against tough southern diseases. See what Reviloc fungicide can do for you. Ask your BASF retailer about Reviloc fungicide today. Always read and follow label directions.
Welcome back, Hog fans, for more scratching action from the Arkansas Scholarship Lottery. This is looking like a good one.
First appearance of the dime we've seen all season, Tom.
The luck is thick in here tonight. After all that scratching, she's a winner!
The Arkansas Scholarship Lottery. Every day's a chance to win big. Pick up a ticket today. This is winning. Call or text 1-800-522-4700 for Problem Gambling Helpline.
We'll be back with more of the Built Ford Tough Dugout Show presented by your Arkansas Ford dealers and the Ford F-150 after this short break. You're listening to the Razorback Sports Network from Learfield.
This is Coke Zero Sugar. Could I be the best Coke ever? Try and taste with your ears. Hear those bubbles? Imagine them tingling on your tongue. Fizzy deliciousness. Listen to that cascading liquid. A mouth-watering waterfall. Irresistibly tasty. Zero sugar. Crisp. Refreshing. And ice cold. Is Coke Zero Sugar the best Coke ever? Try and decide.
Quit tobacco today with Be Well Arkansas. Be Well Arkansas can help you be healthier, happier, and more active by quitting tobacco. And you can do it all with local resources at no cost to you. Call 833-283-WELL or visit BeWellArkansas.org today for free help, because it's never too late to be well. Brought to you by the Arkansas Department of Health, your tobacco settlement dollars at work, and Be Well Arkansas.
To get to be able to do that on this stage, you know, the job's not finished. Still got more to do.
Root's 0-1. Braswell bunts back to the pitcher, and Root tries to dive to the runner, and he dives and he tags him, and he got him. What a play by Zach Root.
Your starting pitchers showing the team in the field, and players in the dugout, and coaches that he's going to be all right there in the zone. And with electric stuff, you get excited. You know, you get in and out of that dugout quick.
A swing and a high drive to right field again for the second time in the game. Big Country out of here for the lead. Oh my goodness, he hit it over the video board. It's swimming with the fishes.
think that this team does a really good job. It's just turning the page. I feel like everybody comes to the field with a smile.
The energy in, the next day, just staying positive.
The goal is to win the game that day and not worry about what happened in the past.
On the Razorback Sports Network from Learfield, welcome to live play-by-play coverage of Arkansas baseball in the Division I Baseball Championship. Razorback Baseball is brought to you by West Rock Coffee, produced right here in Arkansas. West Rock is proud to be the official coffee of the Razorbacks. Your Arkansas Ford dealers. Test drive Ford F-150, the official truck of the Razorbacks, at a dealer near you. By Arkansas Blue Cross and Blue Shield, trusted by Arkansans for more than 75 years for reliable, affordable health insurance. Take good care, Arkansas. Coca-Cola, proud to be the official soft drink sponsor of the Razorbacks. Saracen Casino Resort. Vegas, Arkansas style. Sonic Drive-In. Sonic has been a proud sponsor of Razorback Athletics for over 25 years. Live free. Eat Sonic. By UAMS Health, the official orthopedics and sports medicine provider for the Razorbacks. First Security Bank. It's banking with people you know and people you know you can count on. First Security. Bank better. By Bud Light. Easy to drink. Easy to enjoy. Please drink responsibly. Summit Utilities. Delivering natural gas to Razorback fans across Arkansas. By Shelter Insurance. For award-winning service, find an agent near you at shelterinsurance.com. Bud Anderson. The official heating and cooling provider of the Razorbacks. By Harps. Quality foods. Hometown fresh. It's that simple at Harps. Arkansas Heart Hospital. Dedicated to your heart. And by Visit Hot Springs. Time for a road trip to Hot Springs, Arkansas. Learn more at hotsprings.org.
Calmly excited and ready to play and get this thing going.
Inside Bob Walker Stadium. Here again, Phil Elson.
Just more than 5 minutes away from first pitch. Dave Van Horn and Tony Vitello have just reached across home plate to shake hands for the first of maybe a few times here in the Fayetteville Super Regional, a matchup worthy of the Emerald City of college baseball in Omaha, but instead the Hogs and the Tennessee Volunteers are playing to get to Omaha in their first ever matchup in the NCAA postseason. I'm Phil Elson. Great to be alongside my partner, Bubba Carpenter, a member of the University of Arkansas Hall of Honor, former major leaguer. Bubba, our excitement's ready to bubble over here. We have keys to the game now. They're being presented by Keller Williams Market Pro Realty. Visit them at kwrazorbacks.com because every Hog needs a new home. May I throw one quick note into the keys to the game? You win the first game of a Super Regional. You win the Super Regional about 79% of the time. It's kind of simplistic. Win the first game, right?
It's simple, Phil. I like what you told me. 11 out of 12 SEC Super Regional matchups, the home team's won 11 times.
That's right.
I like that. So, no, I think the key is when you're playing a Tennessee team, they can be frustrating. I think Zach Root needs to just eliminate all the noise, all the crap that goes on with the hitters, and just go out and pitch his game. I think Razorback baseball, we go out and our guys take care of business. Don't worry about who's across the field. Play their game like we did in the Super Regional field. We're going to be in good shape. We're a better team than they are. If we go out and play our game, we're going to win this thing.
I think the feeling is that the lineups are about equal. The starting pitching may be about equal. The Hogs may be a little bit deeper in the bullpen, but as terms of fielding, defensively, the Hogs are the better of the two teams.
And we got this Baum-Walker crowd behind us, and I think that's going to be a big factor here.
Yes, Baum-Walker Stadium is awash in red and white with just a sprinkling of orange above the third base dugout. And we'll come back with the first pitch. Stay with us. The Hogs and the Tennessee Volunteers in one of the most highly anticipated matchups of any sport here on campus in a long, long time is coming up after this from Sonic.
Sonic Radio. CIO here. You're listening to the Not So Late Show. To celebrate half-price shakes after 5 p.m. at Sonic, we're coming to you live from Sonic Drive-In after dark-ish. Oh yeah, half-price shakes after 5 p.m. The Not So Late Show. No rules, just cool, deep voices and shakes. Strawberry, chocolate, vanilla, and more. You get it.
Sonic hand mixed shakes are half price after 5 p.m. Live free, eat Sonic. Exclusions apply. Limited time only at participating Sonic drive-ins.
With Toyota's versatile SUVs, you'll be ready for any adventure, no matter who you're adventuring with. Bringing your furry co-pilot along, the RAV4's Power Pack Performance is bound to spark some zoomies. Right, buddy? Going out on the town with your partner in crime? Scoop them up in the Corolla Cross. Its sleek design will make up for the fact that you're always fashionably late. No matter who you're rolling with, there's a Toyota SUV fit just for you. Visit your local Toyota dealer today. Toyota is a proud sponsor of Razorback Athletics. Razorback power, razor sharp style. Toyota, let's go places. See packages and options at toyota.com for feature availability.
You're listening to Arkansas Baseball in the Fayetteville Super Regional from Learfield.
Go-Go Squeeze is super excited to be on the field with University of Arkansas athletes. With a variety of deliciously fruity flavors, there's something for the whole Razorback family to enjoy. Go-Go Squeeze offers delicious fruit blend pouches that are gluten-free and nut-free. For active people, Go-Go Squeeze Active Fruit Blend with electrolytes can help replenish some of the essential minerals lost during exercise. Check out our whole line of pantry-friendly fruit and dairy products at most major retailers and online. So grab a Go-Go Squeeze and let's cheer on our Razorbacks together. Go Hogs!
Wood Power Sports is passionate about serving your off-road and on-road needs. Between our 3 locations, we carry brands like Polaris, Can-Am, Kawasaki, Honda, Yamaha, KTM, CF Moto, and Suzuki. We are your one-stop shop for everything power sports. Our service and parts teams are experienced and will work hard to keep you and your vehicle on the road or trail. Come see us in Fayetteville, Springdale, or Harrison, or visit us online at woodpowersports.com. We look forward to earning your business. Wood Power Sports, a solid name you can trust. Go Hogs!
Before first pitch, let's have a 10-second pause for stations to identify themselves. This is the Razorback Sports Network from Learfield. Well, Bubba, we've made it just before first pitch. I don't know if we'd ever get here, and here it is. The anticipation's been killing me literally all week. What's it been like for you?
You know, it's hard, Phil, when you're playing that Saturday game. I know the weather probably worked better playing today, but boy, that's tough. Watching teams play yesterday, and we're sitting at home just dying to get out here to the field. I know. I've been listening to you on the radio. I know you've been itching to get out here.
You know, it's been like, well, these games are really a lot of fun to watch yesterday. It wasn't that a lot of fun, but then you also thought yourself, couldn't we have just gotten on the field too? But that's just how it goes. All it did was just get everybody a little more jacked up for another 24 hours.
I think so. And like I said earlier, walking through the concourse earlier, that's a feel that I haven't felt in a long time. It's a little different crowd today, and I think they've already got their game faces on. They're ready to roll.
Our plate umpire today, Rick Allen. David Savage is at first base. Jake Uhlenhop at second base. Mike Jarbo at third base. We've seen Savage, Uhlenhop, and Jarbo around the SEC. Not Allen, though. Gavin Keelan's the leadoff batter, and we are ready. Zach Root with a deep breath. Lefty to throw the first pitch, and it swung on and bounced up the middle. Cam Kozel backhands from second base. Off-balance throw gets Keelan on one pitch. No argument right there, Bubba. 4-3 put out to start the series.
Gotta love it. One pitch, one out. What is that, a pitcher's second best friend?
That's right. The double play would be the other. Root threw 3 2/3 against Tennessee on May the 15th. Surrendered 7 base hits, 4 runs. Hogs lost that game 10-7. He was matched up against Marcus Phillips, the same pitcher that Tennessee throws today. He had a clean first inning, but nothing was clean after that. The number 2 batter's Andrew Fisher, another lefty. Hogs put a shift for Fisher. 3 on the right, Vahiva Aloy all alone on the left. The wind of the pitch. Curveball, jammed him. High fly, center fields, carrying a bit. Justin Thomas goes all the way, close to the warning track, and makes the catch. Boy, that one went really high in the air. Looked like it might have gotten in on the trademark a little bit of Fisher. 2 pitches and 2 outs.
Phil, that's crazy. That's a 99 off the bat. It was a hanging breaking ball. It was right over the middle of the plate. It looked like Fisher was sitting on it. If he hits that 100, it's gone.
We'll bring Hunter Ensley to the plate. Ensley, a right-handed batter, and Bubba, you know he's going to take this first pitch, right? 2 pitches, 2 outs. You're not swinging at this one. I wonder if you lay it right over. Kozel shades up the middle. Much more straight up here for Ensley, the first righty, and the pitch is low, taken for ball 1.
Dang it. You know Zach was trying so hard to throw that over the plate.
He knew he was going to take it, too.
Yeah.
Ensley's a .343 hitter. Been with the Volunteers now for 5 years. He is definitely a culture program kind of guy. Here's the 1-0 from Root. Late swing on a fastball and fouled off. 1-1.
Surprised to see Ensley late on that 1-0 fastball. That's belt high, just inner part of the plate.
Very bright sunshine coming over the third base side of the ballpark here. A lot of cloud cover, but a patch of blue up above home plate. Ensley hitting .343, 10 home runs. Bat on his shoulder. And Root with the kick and the 1-1. Fastball's fouled again. Another late swing. Strike 2. Root for the year struck out 113 in 85 2/3. Struck out 4 Volunteers 3 weeks ago.
Phil, we had a catch on the deflection there. I like it. A little tip drill down in right field.
Hey, we saw last week. Hawk fans came to play too.
That's right.
It's some of the best plays of the year by fans. Roots 1-2. Curveball. Hey, struck him out looking. Right at the top of the zone, catching Ensley looking. A 1-2-3 clean first inning for Zach Root. Time for a road trip. Hit the jackpot with a trip to Hot Springs National Park, Arkansas, and its #1 attraction, Oaklawn Hot Springs. Plan a trip at hotsprings.org and oaklawn.com. Hogs up in the bottom of the first after this from Visit Hot Springs.
A lot of cities claim to be unique, but are they really? Were they the off-season playground for legends like Babe Ruth and Al Capone? Do they sell beer made from thermal spring water that comes straight from the ground below? Do any of these places have a street that has a gangster museum on one side of the road and a national park on the other? Let me go ahead and answer that for you. They don't. Because none of them are Hot Springs, Arkansas. For more info, visit hotsprings.org.
You know that list? The one that starts at mow the yard and ends somewhere around level the driveway. Well, your John Deere tractor is built for giving that honey-do list a run for its money. The Lawn Patrol is built for keeping grass in line. The Chore Buster is built for hard-packed progress. And the Diamond Digger is built for pushing forward when the shovel gave up. Whatever the task, Greenway's tractor packages are built with one thing in mind, making more time for what matters. Find yours today at gogreenway.com.
You're listening to Arkansas Baseball in the NCAA Division I Baseball Championship. Here again, Phil Elson.
Well, you can't argue with a 6-pitch first inning from Zach Root. Tennessee's an aggressive team. I was talking with Matt Hobbs during batting practice today, Bubba, and he said he got a great compliment from Ed Service about how aggressive his pitching staff is and how they throw every pitch with meaning, like they believe in it. And he said, look, if you're going to go against Tennessee, you got to have the exact same approach. He felt that his pitching staff was a little bit timid against Tennessee the first time around, and they had too much middle of the plate. But Root might have gotten away with one over the middle of the plate, too, in that first inning as well.
Yeah, he did. The first pitch breaking ball to Fisher stayed right over the middle of the plate, and he just missed it. But, hey, the point is he missed it. He hit it 99 versus 100. 100 it probably carries out.
So Marcus Phillips lasted 4 1/3 last time the Hogs faced him. 7 hits against him, 3 runs. He walked 3. Davalon did well against him, 2 for 2. Davalon, of course, to lead it off. Ryder Hellfrick had a base hit. Kuhil Aloy was 1 for 3 with a double. Maxwell, 2 base hits. You also wonder if Tennessee's going to be shifting because the Hogs have shown they are not afraid to bunt against the shift. Davalon to lead it off. Phillips, big 6'4", 243-pound righty deals, and his fastball's outside of the left-handed Davalon for ball 1. Davalon, Vahiva Aloy, and Logan Maxwell on the top of the batting order. Charles with a .350 average, tied with Aloy with 86 hits to lead the way for the Hogs. Here's the 1-0. Fastball again is outside. 2 balls, no strikes. What do you remember about Phillips, Bubba?
Good stuff. Good fastball, upper 90s. We hit him hard, though, Phil. We hit several balls over 100 miles an hour against him. 6 over 100 miles an hour. 8 total balls hit hard. So we did a good job against him.
The 2-0 to Davalon is again outside. 3 in a row in the same place.
And, you can already tell the body language of Marcus Phillips. He thinks those are strikes, Phil. Those are balls.
Those are not strikes. We get the strike zone monitor here in the tournament, and these look like they have certainly been not just balls, but easy calls for the plate ump. The 3-0 to Davalon is high, a 4-pitch walk. And Phillips he doesn't look right on either of these 4 pitches.
So, Phil, last time we faced him, we started out, Davalon hit a ball 106 up the middle for a base hit. Vahiva swung at the first pitch and hit into a 6-4-3 double play. Hit it 102 miles an hour. Hit it hard just right at the shortstop.
In fact, Aloy had 3 groundouts against Phillips 3 weeks ago. Finished the Tennessee series 4 for 14. We hit pretty well on the Friday and Saturday, but not the first game of that series. Fayetteville had a 2-homer, 6 RBI regional last week. And the set by Phillips. Here's the pitch. And a slider's in for strike. Phillips does allow some home runs, 10 of them. He's also hit 7 batters. The walk to Davalon, the 33rd he's given up in just under 78 innings. Righty comes center of the belt. Davalon leads. They'll chase him back. Soft toss to first. He's safe. Now, this is another issue. Now, keep in mind, Tennessee is catching redshirt freshman Stone Lawless. Lawless this year started only 6 games behind the dish in the SEC and none over the last month and a half to 2 months. Big lead, Davalon. Phillips throws 0-1 to Aloy. The pitch is swung on and missed on a slider, strike 2. I wonder if he'd be running early, just because of the numbers that both Phillips and the catcher Lawless has thrown out only 9 of 45 base stealers this year. Phillips has allowed 33 steals and 37 attempts. 0-2, soft toss to first. Avalon's back. And a lot of that was the two of them working together in the 6 games that Lawless caught in the SEC. Most of them were catching Marcus Phillips.
What did he pick? 21, 22 times last time we played him?
I ran out after 5. Stopped catching. The runner goes. The pitch is fouled by Aloy. Davalon with a head-first dive into second base with Dean Curley just watching him.
Well, I tell you what, he'd have been safe, Phil. That was a really good jump by Davalon.
Jump. There were games that Phillips and Lawless were the battery in the SEC, where Kentucky stole 8 bases and Texas A&M stole 6 bases. I mean, that's different than just a couple of steals. Right. 8 stolen bases in a game. It's not necessarily the way the Hogs play, though. 0-2 on Aloy, and another throw to first, chasing back Davalon.
Well, this is where it really benefits Fayetteville, because he's going to get more fastballs with when they think that Davalon's running.
He's got a couple of sliders so far from Phillips. Logan Maxwell waits on deck. Bottom of the first, nothing so far. Here's the pitch. Aloy is swinging a pop-up. Right field. Chapman got a quick start on it. Starts to jog. Coming in a little bit. He's there for a one-handed catch. Aloy flies out. Davalon back to first. Logan Maxwell, the number 3 batter, and Hellfrick comes on deck. Tennessee wearing dark gray road uniforms. The Hogs with the home whites. In the outfield for Tennessee, Dalton Bargo in left. Hunter Ensley's a good center fielder. Chapman in right. On the left on the infield, freshman Manny Marin, junior Gavin Keelan at short. Dean Curley at second base. Andrew Fisher at first. And the aforementioned battery of Marcus Phillips and Stone Lawless. Logan Maxwell stands in. He had a couple of hits against Phillips last time. The set of the pitch, Davalon on the move. Sliders low, the throw to second base, a little bit high. Sliding in safely, Davalon with a stolen base.
I like it.
Not a bad throw either by Lawless. Maybe a little bit high. I don't think a perfect throw against Davalon because he stole on the pitcher.
You know, the difference in that being safer outfield is that was a first pitch breaking ball. Had that been, it was 83 miles an hour. If it would have been a 97-mile-an-hour fastball, he's probably out.
9th steal for Davalon this year in 12 tries. 1-0 on Maxwell. Phillips throws. Fastball, low and outside, ball 2. Maxwell's hitting .346, third highest average on the team. .451 on base percentage, ranking second behind Brent Iredale. It is 11th and 12th home runs last weekend. He did have a home run against Tennessee. 2-0. Pitch is lined. Dropped at shortstop. Keelan, no play. Can't advance Davalon either. Base hit for Maxwell. First and second with 1 out for Hellfrick.
Well, that's a great piece of hitting by Logan Maxwell. He went with that fastball down and away. Keelan should have caught that ball, Phil. Looked like it palmed him.
Yeah, it wasn't right at him. He had to lunge a little bit to his right, but it was right there in the middle of the glove. I think you're right. If it's in the web, he caught it. It might have been off the top of the webbing, though.
Yeah, look at it. Might have hit off. I couldn't tell if it hit off the heel of the glove. Just kind of. It's like it had a brick in that glove.
Ball was hit 105 miles an hour by Maxwell. Scored a single. Ryder Hellfrick stands in. And Hellfrick, the hottest hitter on the team right now, and hitting cleanup. Phillips throws home. Pitch is fouled off. Threw him a slider. Now, looking back, I mean, this will tell you what's been going on with Hellfrick these days. The last time Marcus Phillips pitched against Arkansas, and this was May 15th, Hellfrick was batting 6th in the order. he's now, I can't imagine anybody else hitting cleanup right now. Can you?
No. He's been on fire lately.
He's hitting 10 straight games, 5 homers during the stretch. 0-1 the count. Phillips checking, now dealing. Swing and a miss.
Oh, changeup.
Do you
Good
remember
pitch.
too many changeups from him the first time?
No, I don't remember having hardly any changeups. That's the second one he's thrown already. That was a good one. The first one was horrible.
Last week, Ryder was the MVP of the Fayetteville Regional. 6 for 11, 3 homers, 4 RBIs, and I think his catching a big reason why. 0-2 pitch, laid off a low slider. Lawless able to stop it, ball 1. Leadoff walk for Davalon, then a Loy flied out with Maxwell batting. Davalon stole second, then had to freeze on Maxwell's liner. That was dropped at shortstop. Clean single, though, I could say, for Maxwell because it is so hard. 1-2, Phillips into the set, checking Davalon. Long look that way. Now the pitch. Hellfrick a swing, double play ground ball. Shortstop picked up by Keelan, gives to Curley. The relay ends the inning. Well, the Hogs had a chance. They will not score. 6-4-3 double play will get Tennessee off the field. Davalon stranded at second base. No runs, 1 hit, and 1 left. Brought to you in part today by the Arkansas Ford dealers and the Ford F-150. Like the Razorbacks, this truck has a strong tradition, earned by outstanding capability and smart features like a mobile generator. That's how to create a legacy. And the official truck of the Razorbacks. Nothing at the end of an inning. Fayetteville Super Regional continues in the second in a moment on the Razorback Sports Network from Learfield.
First Security is about more than great banking. Yes, we provide the financial expertise, digital tools, and everything else you need when you need it. But we also go all in on local support with friendly professionals, plus convenient locations all across the state. Because we believe personal banking is better banking. Visit fsbank.com for details. That's fsbank.com for friendly, local banking with First Security. Bank better. Member FDIC.
From your favorite drive-thru coffee to the iced tea from the hotel lobby, many of the beverages you enjoy every day come from Arkansas's own West Rock Coffee Company. As the official sponsor of the Razorbacks, West Rock Coffee fuels our team and customers all over the world. We are the trusted provider of coffee, tea, flavors, extracts, and ingredients to the brands you love, and we are dedicated to making a difference. Learn more about West Rock Coffee's global impact at westrockcoffee.com.
Arkansas, the only base runners in the first inning. Zach Root had a 6-pitch, 3-batter inning. Marcus Phillips dealt with a little traffic, but one of the things about Marcus Phillips that makes him so effective is the ability to get the ground ball. He got one that he needed to strand a runner at second base. Top of the second will be Tennessee's 4, 5, and 6 batters. Dalton Bargo, Dean Curley, and Reese Chapman. The last time Root faced Tennessee, Bargo homered on the first pitch of the second inning against him. And in fact, out of 5 plate appearances in that ballgame, Bargo swung at the first pitch twice. He's been struggling since that series. 2 for his last 33, in fact. Here's Root's pitch. Fastball over for a strike.
That's what makes Ryder Hellfrick so valuable right there, Phil. That's the same pitch that Phillips missed with, but we got the call.
Yeah, even Trackman says might have been a bit outside. Here's the 0-1 to Bargo. Sliders swung on and missed. Strike 2.
Boy, he missed bad on that.
Hogs will put the shift on after the second strike. Brent Iredale. They don't shift all the time, but on 2 strikes, left-handed batters, they'll take the third baseman on the right side of second base. Back Kojal a few feet, back more than a few feet, about 20 feet in the outfield. The Root into the wide and the 0-2. Curveball fouled away. Want to lift that up a little bit for Bargos at 14 home runs.
Yeah, he kind of had him in swing mode right there. I think if he got that ball a little bit more outside, he gets a K.
And that's one of those 0-2 pitches that you thought, that had a bit too much of the plate.
Yes.
Hellfrick's target's outside. Root's pitch is outside.
Ooh. He giveth and he taketh away.
That's right. That actually was a little closer to the plate than strike 1 was, according to Trackman.
Yeah, that clipped the corner of the plate.
Bargo was 1 for 16 last weekend in the Knoxville Super, 5 strikeouts. Roots 1-2. Fastball on the outside corner. Strike 3. And Bargo is the first to complain for Tennessee today. Stayed in the batter's box about an extra 5 seconds. Spoke briefly with Rick Allen. Walks away. Making a motion to Tony Vitello. Second strikeout for Root. Brings Dean Curley.
Phil, he can't complain about that. That's a strike. That caught every bit of the plate.
It's truly amazing sometimes the amount of complaints that the Tennessee batters will give on pitches that when you look at the TrackMan monitor are obvious strikes. It's almost like they can't believe, how dare you call a strike on me? Dean Curley is a right-hand batting second baseman. And Root into the wind. Here's the pitch. Outside ball 1. I'm reminded of you see these signs on the Little League fences that they're trying to tell parents, don't argue balls and strikes. They'll tell you there is no art to arguing balls and strikes. I think Tennessee feels they're Andy Warhol. 1-0 on Curley. Here's the pitch. A swing and a foul. 1-1. I don't know if people are really big pop art fans, but take your pick.
Kind of a half swing on that changeup right there.
Curley's a really good hitter who struggled in the field. 13 home runs, .315 batting average, but he's made more errors than any player in the SEC. 17 of them at second base. The short throw. Root winds on the 1-1 pitch. Is a curve over for strike 2. Bubba, he's got the curveball right now.
Yes, he does. When you refer to Curley's, it's hard to make that many errors at second base. I mean, a shortstop I can see, sometimes things happen, tough plays, you get ruled an error, but that's a lot for a second baseman.
Root with the kick on the 1-2. Curveball jammed him. Little bouncer left side. Aloy comes up, gets a second bounce. Backhands, throws from the edge of the grass, gets him. 6-3 put out, 5 in a row. Retired by Root.
It's a great pitch right there. Slider breaking down and in, and he kind of jammed himself.
Reese Chapman, the right fielder for the Volunteers. 0-0, top of the second. Guys, that little patch of blue above home plate has turned into a large patch of blue around the ballpark now. This is the nicest it's been all day. Did you get woken up by the storm this morning?
Yes, a couple times.
Is it flooding over by the Carpenter household?
No, but I was a little worried. I'll tell you why in a second.
The pitch to the left-handed Chapman's a fastball for a strike.
My kid's brush hogging yesterday, Dalton, and when he got done brush hogging, he just left the tractor down in the lower field about 50 feet from the bank of the river. So all night I'm thinking, oh no, my tractor's going to flood out. It's going to flow over the banks.
Hogs now shift on an 0-1 count. Roots pitch to Chapman. Swing and a miss. Looked like a cutter or a slider. Strike 2.
Yeah, that's just a really sharp breaking ball, Phil. That's that slider. Had a ton of break on it.
Is the brush hog still working, or is it waterlogged? You need a little help digging it out later?
Well, I tell you what, fortunately the water never came over the banks. It got really close.
Lucky for you. Luckier for Dalton.
Yes, for Dalton.
0-2. Roots pitch to Chapman. Outside with a breaking pitch. Ball 1.
So I couldn't sleep last night, in case you're wondering. I was up the whole night. I almost got up at like 3 a.m. and went and moved the tractor.
Well, I have a feeling there's a lot of people listening and watching right now that also couldn't sleep, and it had nothing to do with the location of a brush hog. 1-2 on Reese Chapman. Root throws, curveball, hit on the ground, right side. Iredale's there, bobbles it, recovers it from the outfield grass, got him at first. A 5-3 putout where the second baseman would be standing. 6 up, 6 down for Zach Root. Life happens. You can't predict the unexpected. You can, though, prepare. Your Edward Jones financial advisor helps with financial goals, planning with life's ups and downs in mind. Call 800-ED-JONES to get started. Edward Jones, member SIPC. Hogs bat in the bottom of the second. It's 0-0. Now this from your local Ford dealer.
The Hog Call, the siren song of the Cardinal and White. Heard in every corner of Baum Walker Stadium, it's a clear warning for any foe that dares get in their way. Ford knows that strong traditions start with leadership, like Ford F-Series, America's best-selling trucks 48 years straight. Drive F-150, official truck of the Razorbacks, only at your Arkansas Ford dealer, based on 1977 to 2024 total sales.
Hi, Phil Elson here, the voice of Razorback Baseball, to tell you about the unbeatable quality at Harp's Food Stores. From farm fresh produce to the finest cuts in the meat department, Harp's delivers nothing but the best. Whether you're prepping for a tailgate or doing your weekly grocery run, Harp's has you covered, and their friendly staff makes shopping a breeze. Razorback fans, for quality you can trust, there's only one place, Harp's Food Stores. Discover their incredible selection today. Harps, hometown fresh.
Got a few final scores over the Super Regionals. Arizona even the series with North Carolina 10-8. Duke opens up the Durham Super, beating Murray State 7-4. Miami edged Louisville 9-6. LSU blowing out West Virginia in the 8th inning 16-7. The winner of that Super gets the winner of this Super. Auburn trying to extend their Super against Coastal Carolina. Chanticleer's leading 2-1 in the 7th inning. UTSA and UCLA, they haven't even started their Super yet. That's later tonight. Oregon State and Florida State meet later tonight as well, and the Beavers have a chance to get to Omaha. Cam Kojal, a swing and a miss at Marcus Phillips' first pitch to begin the bottom of the 2nd inning. It'll be 5, 6, and 7 for the Hogs. Kojal, Kuhio Aloy, and Brent Iredale. Phillips throws 0-1 to Kojal. Swing and a miss. Tied him up a little bit. Strike 2. Phillips showed a changeup in the 1st inning. He just threw it to Kojal again. Cam's hitting .343, hit his 14th and 15th home runs last weekend. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Ground ball off the mound into center. A rocket at 107. And Cam Kojal has a single to start the 2nd inning.
Not a very good 0-2 pitch right there by Phillips. I don't know where he was trying to go. I think he was trying to go down and away and left it up and caught a lot of the plate.
Kuhio Aloy to stand in next, the Arkansas DH.
Phil, that double play that ended the last inning, it's not only a double play, but you think about the pitches that it saves the pitcher with Cam coming up. Those double plays will kill you offensively.
And Phillips gets a lot of them. You want to stay out of one here if you're Aloy, that's for sure. The set and the pitch to Kuhio. Sliders a strike. That's the pitch that they're hoping to get the ground ball from. Kuhio had 3 singles in the Fayetteville Regional, 1 each game, .335 average, 13 home runs. And it has been since May 9th when he last hit a home run. That was against maybe the top pitcher in the country in Cade Anderson. 0-1 the count on Aloy. Phillips to the belt. Here's the pitch. Another slider swung on and missed.
He had the last at bat against Phillips last time, Phil. He hit a double.
Mm-hmm. That knocked him out of the game.
Yeah, 1-2 slider. But up until that point, he had 2 strikeouts, both on sliders.
The second baseman, Curley, shades up the middle. There's some room for Kuhio through the right side. Phillips with an 0-2. Way outside. Good backhanded stop by the young catcher, Lawless. Boy, it's amazing to think about Tennessee forced to catch somebody in Lawless that they have been, I think, reluctant to start in SEC games with all the problems he's had throwing runners out. They have no choice with Cannon Peebles' suspension. The 1-2 to Aloy. Slow dribbler towards third base. May stay fair. It's picked up fair and no play. 2 base hits to start the 2nd inning. A rocket by Kojal. And a dribbler by Aloy. 2 on for Iredale.
Phil, I was explaining to my wife today the importance of getting lucky hits like that. Like sometimes you can play a game and line out 8 times, and the other team can get 8 bloopers. You need hits like that in a game like this.
The stuff that's to me, that's what makes making contact so amazingly important. Even something that's just hitting a little dribbler like Kuhio just did.
Yeah, I mean, just the value of putting the ball in play. That was a slider away. He did a good job of just dribbling it out there.
Now you're looking to get something out of the bottom of the order and break a scoreless game in the 2nd. Iredale takes a slider low.
Now, if I was Brent right here, Phil, I would cheat fastball. They busted him in last series. I would even scoop back a couple of inches off the plate, and I'd hit one in the hog pen.
Iredale was 1 for 10 last week. 2 walks, hit by 2 pitches. Here's the 1-0. A strike on the outside corner.
Ooh, that's a tough pitch. Okay, I would have been wrong.
Well, that's not one you're going to want to swing at either.
No.
1-1 on Iredale. Kojal and Kuhio Aloy on base. Already, the Hogs have had 4 base runners out of the first 6 batters. Phillips checks on second. 1-1 pitch. Iredale takes low. Little bit outside maybe as well. That's really close. Probably should have been a strike. 2-1 on Iredale.
Phil, isn't it crazy? He went with a changeup right there. The dude throws 99 miles an hour, and he's thrown, just a handful of fastballs.
2-1 to Iredale. Just inside, ball 3. And still does not want to throw him a fastball yet. 3-1 on Brent with Reese Robinette waiting on deck. Phillips has been awfully careful here to Iredale. I wonder if he just figures he might challenge him with heat on 3-1. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. It was power against power. Strike 2.
Boy, he did. He blew him away with that fastball. That was only 95, though. His velo's down a little bit. When he was here before, he was 97, 98. Even, I want to say he hit 100 a couple times.
Full count. Big pitch coming up here for Iredale. Phillips lifts the leg and deals. Walked him. Nope. Struck him out looking. Top of the zone. Fastball. Our plate umpire, Rick Allen, fooled me. It looked like Iredale knew it was a third strike as well. Took a step over the plate towards the dugout, and he's the first out of the inning. Brings Reese Robinette. And that was a good pitch. It's just the way that Rick Allen stood up. To me, I didn't expect him to pull the yellow page.
Yeah, it looked like he was going to point to first base. He kind of a late call, but it was a strike.
So here's Robinette, righty versus lefty. Reese, 2 for 6, 6 walks last weekend, starting his 12th straight game. And Phillips throws a slider for a strike on the outside. 2 on and 1 out for Robinette. Justin Thomas Jr. on deck. The Caboose Gang. Can you get something from him here? Robinette against Phillips took 2 walks. 0-1 the count on Reese. Here's the pitch. Fastball outside. 1-1.
Phil, I don't know. It's funny watching Stone Lawless throw the ball back to Phillips. I don't know if he's got the yips. He's already bounced a couple throws back to him, and he's thrown several down at his heels.
You remember Cannon Peebles up? We're going to have our first warning to the Tennessee bench. And here it came. Less than 30 minutes after the game started. The plate umpire, Rick Allen, just walked out behind home plate, wrote in his little notebook, and looked over to the dugout. And Tony Vitello, I don't know what he's pointing at, but it's somewhere in left field.
What can he be complaining about? That ball wasn't even close.
I have no idea. 1-1 on Robinette. Kojal at second, Kuhio at first, and the pitch on the way. Low, ball 2.
Good take on the changeup.
I had people telling me an over-under on the first time Tony comes out of the dugout. I'm going to tell you this. Everybody thought he'd be out of the dugout before the bottom of the second inning. He's on the top step. 1 leg. A lot of room open for shortstop for Robinette. 2-1. Low. 3 balls and a strike on Robinette.
Boy, he missed bad on that one. And, Phil, I've kind of seen things go downhill for Tony Hill when it comes to Baumwalker. He used to get a few cheers at Baumwalker. Did you hear when they introduced his name? Yeah. I mean, this place went crazy loud with boos.
Phillips has to be quick here. The pitch timer's down to 3. He sets. He deals to Robinette. Swing. Little bouncer holding the first base line. It stays fair right behind the base, and Fisher makes the play. 3 unassisted. Kojal and Aloy advance. Will have 2 runners in scoring position for Justin Thomas Jr. Phillips came that close to walking Robinette on a pitch timer violation. He had taken so much time to walk around the pitcher's area that by the time he came set, the clock was at 3 seconds.
And you can see home plate umpires out there saying, hey, dude, hurry up.
Well, I'd say lucky for Phillips. I don't know. Maybe he planned it that way. Thomas to stand in. They'll position Curley, the second baseman, up the middle. Look at all that room to bunt if he wants to on the right side. The wide of the pitch. Swing and a miss on a slider.
Oh, Phil, you're right. If he could just push bunt one to the right side, he could walk to first base.
It's a crazy thing to think about with all the power and clutch hitting on this team, but if you lay the bunt down past the mound right side, you score. The 0-1 pitch to Thomas. Bounced and stopped, and here he comes. Kojal tries to score, and he does! Phillips didn't get to the plate. A run-scoring wild pitch. Over to third, Kuhio Aloy. What a great dirt ball read by Cam Kojal, who's one of the dirtiest players on the team in good ways.
Phil, that doesn't surprise me that Cam made that play. When you got to read the ball out of the hand, you anticipate him dropping that ball, and just a really good read right there, and Phillips wasn't at the plate.
Phillips is not happy with himself at all. I mean, all he had to do is, if he covers the plate, they probably got Kojal.
Yeah, I think you're right. But I love that chance right there with 2 outs. Take a chance.
Well, now you can capitalize and maybe get into his dome a little bit more.
I hope he bunts right here. Look at that, Phil.
Aloy at third. They've moved the second baseman Curley deeper into the outfield now. The 1-1 to Thomas. Outside, ball 2.
And the only reason I'm saying that, I mean, I trust Thomas at the bottom of the lineup to do a good job, but when they're giving it to you, that's a base hit and an RBI.
Well, and he's the best bunter on the team.
Yeah.
The 2-1 to JT. Fastball on the inside, strike 2. 290 average, 9 homers, 34 RBIs for Thomas. And against Phillips 3 weeks ago, 0 for 2 and a strikeout. Tennessee moves Curley back on the right side of second base, but he's way back. The 2-2 to Thomas. Swung on and chopped foul.
Oh, he got a slider. That's right over the center of the plate. That ball was just hanging there.
The run-scoring wild pitch, the 4th wild pitch Phillips has thrown this year. And you consider the slider that he throws, he's bounced a lot of sliders. They usually stay on top of it.
I was asking Kyle Peterson what he thought. I said, that could be a big issue, too. They're used to being on turf. It's different when you're feeling a dirt ball off of dirt.
2-2. Thomas looks at a fastball outside. The count full with Davalon on deck.
I mean, it bounces quite a bit different off that dirt than it does off of a turf plate. Or turf home plate area.
Oh, those little rubber granules?
Yeah.
Full count to Thomas. The pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. That'll end the second inning. A slider took care of him. The second strikeout of the inning. But the Hogs grab the lead with a run on 2 base hits and 1 runner stranded. Hey, the legendary Catfish Hole restaurant has been selling their amazing tomato relish at local Walmarts and neighborhood markets in Northwest Arkansas. Guess what? They're headed to the River Valley Supercenters next week. It's the amazing tomato relish from the legendary Catfish Hole. And maybe, who knows, frozen hush puppies coming up next. 1-0 Arkansas at the end of 2 innings. Tennessee batting after this on the Razorback Sports Network from Learfield.
This is Coke Zero Sugar. Could I be the best Coke ever? Try and taste with your ears. Hear those bubbles? Imagine them tingling on your tongue. Fizzy deliciousness. Listen to that cascading liquid. A mouth-watering waterfall. Irresistibly tasty. Zero sugar. Crisp, refreshing, and ice cold. Is Coke Zero Sugar the best Coke ever? Try and decide.
Our care clinics are your hometown source for primary medical care. Our doctors, nurses, and counselors can help patients of all ages with anything from common colds and immunizations to depression, anxiety, and chronic diseases. Our network includes both home delivery and local pharmacies to fulfill your prescriptions. If you don't have insurance, it's okay. We can help with that too. And no one is turned away. With more than 90 locations in Arkansas, there's a good chance we're in your hometown. Look us up at ourcare.net.
End of 2 innings. Arkansas leading Tennessee 1-0 in Game 1 of the Fayetteville Super Regional, which will continue tomorrow at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Starting pitchers will be Gage Wood for the Razorbacks, Liam Doyle for Tennessee, and very well could end up being a matchup of 2 first-rounders in the June and the July Major League Draft. Levi Clark to lead off, hitting 7th in the Tennessee batting order, and Zach Root winds up. Misses outside on Clark, ball 1. This is 3 freshmen in the 7, 8, 9 spots for Tennessee. Clark, Stone Lawless, Manny Marin. Clark is a really talented hitter. His position is catcher, but he mostly has been DHing this year. .303 average, 10 homers. Root's 1-0. Hits softly up the middle. Kozel's there behind second base. Handles the weird spin and throws him out at first.
Phil, that's a tough play. It doesn't look like it, but a cue ball off the end of the bat like that has a funny spin.
How's the Sonic Smasher this afternoon?
It's really good.
We have people now tweeting in, making sure that Bubba Carpenter has brought in his legendary Sonic Smasher burger, because you're about as stitious as it gets, Bubba, and I'm glad you brought the thing with you today. Otherwise, I think your head may explode.
I know. I'm very stitious. I like that.
Then again, you don't need to be doing a game on an empty stomach anyway.
That's right. Got to eat, right?
Stone Lawless bats, Root throws. Change up, swung on and missed.
It's a great changeup.
Lawless only playing because of Cannon Peebles' ejection on Monday. Now, I don't like the rule that you automatically are suspended if you're ejected in a college baseball game. I think maybe it should have to do with what happens after the ejection. The 0-1 slider in for strike 2 on Lawless. But that's the rule, and Peebles was well aware of it.
Well, don't run your mouth
then
if you don't want to get suspended. I'm sorry. It's not that hard. Have a little self-control.
It was after his last at-bat of Monday's game against Wake Forest. Root with the 0-2. Chopper left side. Aloy backhands deep shortstop. Quick throw. Bounces it a few times. Good stretch by Robinette and digs it out. 2 outs in the third inning. That's a great play by both Aloy and Robinette.
Yeah, it really is. And Aloy did the right thing, keeping that throw down low. He's got a catcher running, so he had a little bit more time, but still, that's a good play. And on the other end, that's a tough pick. It's almost like fielding a ground ball.
Well, it took a couple of bounces. They usually don't take a couple of bounces, but it was such a long throw by Aloy. From the outfield grass and got him. Manny Marin, the number 9 batter, freshman from Hialeah, Florida. Right-hander, waving the bat. Root with the kick. Fastball's fouled back. 1-0 Arkansas, top of the third. Shadows creeping on to the field behind home plate. Lots of daylight left here at Bone Walker, but within the next 10-15 minutes, you'll start to have shadows of the plate, bright sunshine on the mound. 0-1 the count on Marin. Root winds and deals. Foul back again. Strike 2. Well-located fastball.
Yeah, I love that pitch. Fastball in on his knuckles, 96.
Marin hits .288, hit his third homer of the year Monday, a 3-run homer against Wake Forest, his first home run in 2 months. Actually, his first homer in 3 months. You want to cheat him an extra 30 days. 0-2. Curveball stayed high.
He's trying to backdoor that and just didn't quite get on top of it.
Root's faced 8 batters. He's retired all of them. They've been routine plays. He has struck out a couple. 1-2. A tapper hit foul. Very late swing by Marin. Just nudged it off the tarp roll, and Logan Maxwell will find somebody to toss to in the stands.
That's a good job of Marin fouling that pitch off. That's a changeup down and away.
I wouldn't call it a swing. It's just kind of I just think I'll drop the bat on the ball here and try to stay alive.
You know what? There's an art to that. Just being able to just stay alive at the plate and put the ball in play.
Root back with another 1-2 pitch. Marin a swing and a fly ball right field. Slicing away. Maxwell's there. Reaches up and makes the catch. Zach Root has been through the Tennessee order once. No base runners. Celebrating a legacy of trust and excellence. Roller Funeral Home stands out as Arkansans' first choice. Winning the Best of the Best title 24 consecutive years in the Democrat Gazette poll. Discover the Roller difference has been a beacon of honor and respect across 3 generations. 2.5 innings complete. The Hogs will bat in the third, leading 1-0 after this from Summit Utilities.
When it comes to keeping your family safe, Summit Utilities is here to help keep your senses sharp both inside and outside your home. If you smell a bad odor like rotten eggs, leave on foot immediately. It might be a gas leak. Then call both 911 and Summit Utilities from a safe location. Outside your home, it's important to know what's below before you dig. Always call 811 to have your utility lines marked. It's free and can save you a lot more than money. Your safety is our priority. For more on gas safety, visit summitutilities.com/safety.
Make every day an epic day while driving your new Nissan Armada from Trotter Nissan and Saracen Casino Resort. This top-of-the-line Platinum Reserve Edition is a dream drive for wherever your adventure takes you. And you can win this premium SUV from Saracen Casino this month. Play today for your chance at winning Nissan's Armada Platinum Reserve that will take you everywhere and anywhere in style.
Saracen Casino Resort, Vegas, Arkansas style.
Gambling problem? Call 800-GAMBLER.
You're listening to Arkansas Baseball in the NCAA Division I Baseball Championship. Here again, Phil Elseth.
Hogs batting in the third, 1-0, leading the Tennessee Volunteers. And they've left some chances out there already. Runners left at second base in the first inning, third base in the second inning. There's been a double play as well. No RBIs yet for the Hogs. Cam Koziel scored from third base last inning on a wild pitch. By the way, good work here from Zach DeBozart back in our studios, though I don't know if he just got this off ESPN. He might have. Hogs are 28-2, and they score first. Fourth best record in Division I baseball. A little bit of a pause here before the first pitch of the inning. Frank Anderson goes out, talks with Rick Allen. Looked like Stone Lawless applied something on his catcher's mitt. Guess Tennessee's got everything they need for the bottom of this third inning. Davalon, Vahiva, Aloy, and Logan Maxwell, the three batters do. Davalon worked a walk, Aloy flied out, Maxwell lined a single in the first inning. We'll see what happens in the third. Phillips ready, Davalon stands in with the open stance. First pitch, a slider, fouled away. That's 41 pitches thrown by Marcus Phillips, and he hasn't yet completed the third inning. Zach Root's been through the order once on 29 pitches. Here's an 0-1 on Davalon. Slider hit into right field. It drops in. Hogs had the leadoff man on base every inning. Tried to jam him inside. A slider, or actually a changeup.
Yeah,
that's what it was.
To him a changeup, 0-1 changeup. That's a good job by Davalon to keep his hands inside. That's a tough pitch to keep fair. It's down and in.
All right, Vahiva Aloy now 0 for 4 against Marcus Phillips this year. And a lazy fly out along the right field line in the first inning. Aloy, the first Razorback with 20 home runs since Chad Spanberger in 2017. And the first pitch on the way. Swinging a foul on a high fastball. Went up out of the zone for it. Hogs lead 1-0. They bat on the third. Capitalized on a leadoff single by Koziel last inning to score him. A lot of room open for Aloy on the right side. 1 strike count. Phillips throws to first base. Davalon sliding back. Chuck stole second in the first inning. Do you attempt it here?
Yeah, I think you kind of wait, kind of get a feel for the at-bat. I think kind of get a flow first and figure out. You want to try to pick a slider count.
Davalon out to a big lead, leaning towards second base. And the pitch. Aloy swings and misses on a slower breaking pitch. Sitting right down the middle for him. 0-2.
You're right, Phil. He saw that one, too. Looked like he was right on it. By the way, that was 1-4-5 to the plate. Had he stolen that, he'd have been there easily.
You know, he did run on 0-2 to Aloy in the first inning. Very short lead this time for Chuck. Phillips ready with an 0-2 count. The pitch to Aloy. Struck him out swinging on 3 pitches. 1 out. Not a good at-bat. Third strikeout for Phillips. Aloy couldn't lay off a slider. Brings Logan Maxwell.
I feel like right there the little man on his shoulder was telling him you're going to get a fastball in, because you haven't seen Vahiva take a lot of swings like that lately.
Phillips just seems to have something on Aloy. 0 for 5 against him. Logan Maxwell, though, is 3 for 3 against him with a single in the first inning today. And a throw to first before Maxwell gets a pitch. Davalon slides in safely. 1-0 Razorbacks, bottom 3. Maxwell's 5 for 13 of the postseason. Big lead, Davalon chased back again, safe. Would be the shortstop Keelan covering. He's a little bit closer to second than Curley. The stretch. Phillips again throws to first. Avalon safe.
Davlon, a little bit of a flinch right there. I don't know if he was going, Phil. You know what you could do? The good thing about having Maxwell up, if you wanted to, I mean, you could do a hit and run right here. 0-0.
Yeah. Maxwell's the kind of hitter you could do this with.
Yeah. Get the defense moving.
Targets outside. Here's the pitch to Maxwell. Swing and a miss. He likes the changeup now.
Yeah, there's a 1-4-5 again to the plate.
Well, here in this third inning, remember, this is the second time through the batting order. Maybe Phillips doesn't want to throw too many fastballs. Avalon about a 4-step lead, chased back again.
I mean, Davlon's getting back easy. He could technically get another step or two.
The first inning steal for Davalon is 9th in 12 tries. Stretch by Phillips. 0-1 pitch. Maxwell swings and misses. Slider low. Strike 2. You can think about a guy who's got a 95 to 96 mile an hour fastball for Phillips. I think the Hog scouting report shows he can get up to 98, but he's not throwing it right now. Third base line open. Davalon's chased back once again.
Yeah, I mean, he does feel like the scouting report's 96 to 98, and I mean, he's just not using that fastball. It's crazy to think a dude throws that hard. He's not using it.
They shift those infielders again. 0-2 to Maxwell. Reached for and fouled off through a changeup.
Good job right there by Maxwell. I love watching a guy like that stay over the ball and fight that pitch off. That's a changeup down and away.
Avalon gets another throw to first base. Like 7 or 8 throws during this sequence with Maxwell batting. One infielder at short, one behind second, one ranging far to the right. Interesting looking fielding alignment for Tennessee. Avalon chased back again on a soft lob. A lot of room right field corner if they give Maxwell something to pull. Avalon leading at first, 0-2 pitch on the way. Swung on, up the middle, base hit. Maxwell moves Avalon to second base. Another 0-2 base hit.
That had to have been the cutter. That was 92 miles an hour. It wasn't a fastball, but you know what he did? He did like a baby slide step to get the ball to the plate quicker, Phil, because he was 1-3-1 on that. I think that's why the fastball was slower.
For all the troubles that Vahiba Aloy's had against Marcus Phillips, Logan Maxwell owns him. He's 4 for 4. Ryder Hellfrick next, and Hellfrick is 1 for 3 against Phillips this year after hitting into a double play at the end of the first inning. Frank Anderson, the pitching coach for the Volunteers, making his first visit.
Phil, that's another 0-2 pitch right there.
Yes.
Top of the zone,
Cam
middle.
Kozel singled on 0-2 in the second inning. Cujillo singled on 1-2. It's just so frustrating for a pitcher to make the kind of pitches Phillips has made to get ahead and hasn't finished the hitters off all the time.
Now, you got your 4-hole hitter up, but here's what's unique about Hellfrick as a 4-hole hitter. We saw him last week lay down a couple of really good bunts. We also saw him hit a couple balls over the fence.
Yeah. He went into the cleanup spot, and the first day as a cleanup hitter, a bunch single and a stolen base.
Yeah, how about that?
The rest of the weekend, he hit like a cleanup batter.
It just, the good thing about it is it keeps the defense honest. They can't cheat.
Tennessee has sent a couple of pitchers to the bullpen in left field. Big Tanner Franklin, one of their 2 guys who can throw triple digits, is the last one to get in there. Hellfrick to bat. Hogs 1, Tennessee nothing, and 2 base runners. Here's the pitch. Hellfrick takes a slider for a ball.
Yeah, Hellfrick was sitting on that pitch, Phil. You could tell the way he took it.
Curley positioned behind second base. Everybody else pretty much straight up for Hellfrick. Time's called. It's the plate umpire Rick Allen who makes a very pointed motion towards both dugouts.
What did he call right there? He told Marcus Phillips something.
I don't know. No pitch timer violation for either the pitcher or the batter. So back to work, I guess. Hellfrick raised the bat up high, waiting on a 1-0. Here's the pitch. Low again, a slider, ball 2. And if Anderson went out, and keep in mind, Phillips just hasn't really thrown many fastballs this inning. Still not throwing Hellfrick one yet on 2-0. Do you get one?
He hadn't thrown it yet, 2-0.
Stretch, pitch to Hellfrick. Way outside, caught the dirt on the other side of the box, ball 3.
Phil, that's a 2-0 changeup from a guy that throws upper 90s. I mean, that's just incredible. Now, I have talked to some of the Razorback hitters, and they look at the scouting report, and they say, look, we look at it, but a lot of these guys don't pitch to the scouting report because of how well we hit fastballs.
Phillips thrown maybe 1 or 2 fastballs all inning.
Yeah.
Stretch and 3-0 pitch is a strike. Threw him a fastball, inside corner. It's a good pitch on 3-0.
And that's only 93.
Tennessee's bullpen starting to move around a little bit. A couple guys got up, start to stretch. One's throwing a heavy ball off the wall. Davalon at second, Maxwell at first, and 1 out. 3-1 count to Hellfrick. Phillips delivers inside. He hit him. Would have been ball 4 anyway. The base is loaded for Cam Kojal. And the Beer Hats will make their debut for the Super Regional. One of the things I really do like that ESPN sent the crew they did, the TV guys don't have to wonder about, hey, what are all these beer hats these guys are wearing? They've been here before.
Did the last dudes, they didn't know?
I don't think they were quite aware until the first time they saw it.
Hey, if you're coming to Bob Walker and to do a regional, do your homework. How hard is it?
Cam Kojal. Time to do some heavy leg work right here. Already with a single and the only run of the game scored. Righty versus lefty. 1 out. The set. And the pitch to Kojal. Outside. Changeup. Ball 1.
Oh, Phil, he aimed that. That's the worst changeup he's thrown.
Kojal for the year 3 for 10 with the bases loaded.
It's got to be a slider. That's all he threw him last at bat.
The 1-0 to Kojal. A slider in for a strike. And Cam a little bit of a flinch. I don't think he was waiting for a slider. 1-1.
He threw him 2 sliders, got ahead of him, then threw him an 0-2 fastball.
Davalon, Maxwell, and Hellfrick the base runners. Big chance bottom of the 3rd. Stretch. 1-1 to Kojal. Swing, slow roller, shortstop. Keeling comes up, gloves it, takes the second one, ends the inning, doubling up Kojal at first base. Oh, the one place you really can't hit it, right to second base. The second double play that Phillips has gotten in the game gets him off the field and keeps him in the ball game. No runs, 2 hits. Runners left at second and third for the Razorbacks. We'll take it into the top of the 4th. Hogs lead 1-0 over Tennessee on the Razorback Sports Network from Learfield.
Hello, I'm Renata Jenkins Fowler, the 3rd generation of the Roller family. I am so proud to reintroduce Roller Chenal, Arkansas's premier funeral home. Fully restored after the 2023 Little Rock tornado, Roller is back and ready to serve the families of Arkansas. Spanning 3 generations, our commitment remains, providing the finest facilities and options for every need. In your family's hardest days, there is only one choice, Roller Chenal Funeral Home. With all our respect.
The Razorback Raffle is back. This raffle is new and exciting way to support Razorback athletics, whether you're inside Baum-Walker Stadium or calling the Hogs in the great state of Arkansas. Our inaugural raffle jackpot grew to over $275,000 last month, and you can be our next big winner. Even if you're not at the ballpark, this weekend's raffle will remain open until 4 p.m. Sunday, so get your raffle ticket purchased to have a chance to win big right now at RazorbackRaffle.com.
Razorback Baseball brought to you in part by Ballpark. If you're cheering for the Hogs here at Baum-Walker or at home, you can always enjoy the great taste of Ballpark beef hot dogs made with 100% beef. Ballpark is the official hot dog of the Arkansas Razorbacks. They lead 1-0 at the end of 3 innings. We'll pause 10 seconds on the Razorback Sports Network from Learfield. Top of the fourth inning, and Zach Root been through the batting order once for Tennessee. He's set down every batter so far. He's recorded 5 outs on ground balls, 2 strikeouts. A run-scoring wild pitch brought in Cam Kojal in the second inning. Hogs, though, they've left some runs out there. 4 runners stranded, been 2 inning-ending double plays. Arkansas with a 5-0 hit advantage, neither team with an error. Gavin Keelan to lead off. Zach Root starts him with a curveball for a strike as Keelan jumps out of the way after showing bunt.
Yeah, that last double play hurt, Phil, with the bases loaded. Kojal got a changeup up and away and kind of cued it off the end of the bat.
Root got Keelan on a grounder to start the game on a 1-pitch at bat. Here's the pitch now to Keelan. Bounce to the backstop. 1-1. Arkansas pitchers arriving in the bullpen right now. Credit to Marcus Phillips. He didn't look very comfortable in the third inning until the last pitch of the inning. And a 1-1 now on Keelan. Curveball in, strike 2.
And Phil, that was the one place that Cam, he didn't hit it hard. If he hits it anywhere else, it's not a double play.
Root has struck out a couple. The 1-2 pitch. Curveball, chopped foul. Had Keelan reaching again. But yeah, that's kind of the style pitcher Phillips is. You know, when you're a ground ball guy and that's your specialty, you can squeak out of some tight situations, as he's done twice today. Root shakes off a sign as Justin Thomas slides from the right center field area to left center bit. 1-2. Curveball didn't break, stayed up.
You know, I like how Zach's trying to hit the top of that zone with the curveball. I mean, that's a really tough pitch to hit. And then if a hitter doesn't swing at it, then he can follow it up with a fastball at the top of the zone and get the swing and miss.
The 2-2. Chopped up the middle. Kojal racing after it. Backhand sets his feet. The throw is on the money. Keelan grounds out 4-3. Our game update a moment ago was brought to you by First Security Bank, Arkansas's community bank. First Security is all about taking care of customers and making life better here in Arkansas. FSBank.com. First Security Bank better. 10 up, 10 down for Root. Still a 1-0 Arkansas lead. The hardest hit ball for a Volunteer was Andrew Fisher's fly out in the first inning. Straightaway center. How far did he hit that one? About 395?
Yeah. About that. 99 miles an hour off the bat.
Hogs shift for Fisher. Kojal backs up right field. Iredale's all on the right side as well. First pitch. Breaking ball for a strike on Fisher.
Starting with the same pitch.
This one didn't have the middle of the strike zone. That's one of those top of the zone curveballs you were just talking about. Root throws 0-1. Low outside. Ball and a strike on Fisher. And Fisher points. I'm not sure exactly what he was pointing to, but he pointed to the plate or pointed to the dugout, 2 fingers down. I haven't been able to tell if he's got his Ultimate Warrior eye black on. You can just see the back of his bright orange helmet. The 1-1 from Fisher to Fisher is outside.
What kind of take was that?
Fisher nods to the Arkansas crowd.
My gosh.
He really does like to put on a show. And he'll put on a show during an at-bat, going around the bases. And he's got the kind of power that he could put on a show nearly at any time. And he tries to play with the crowd now. 2 balls and a strike, no one on, 1 out. Root deals. Curveballs inside, ball 3. Fisher started his career at Duke. He was at Ole Miss last year, now at Tennessee to wrap up his career. Assume that he'll head into the draft.
If you play on 3 different teams in 3 years, that says a lot about you.
He and Liam Doyle, both.
Yeah.
They were both at Ole Miss last year. Doyle was at Coastal Carolina for his first season. Roots 3-1 to Fisher. Fastball, foul tip, strike 2. He swung at potential ball 4. I feel like Bubba, they have found the brand new Rock Riggio here.
Yeah, you're right. And his act's almost as tired as Rock Riggio's.
He doesn't have the frosted lettuce, though. Roots 3-2 pitch. He struck him out swinging. They love it.
Love it. Sit down.
That's a long walk back into the dugout after puffing your chest at the crowd.
Hey, you know, Tony's yelling at the umpire because Zach said something to him, but he said something to Zach before that.
Root's third strikeout, the first swing and miss third strike. The next batter is Hunter Ensley.
By the way, look at the speed on that fastball. That's 99.
It's the fastest pitch he's thrown in his life.
Oh, I love it.
The first one to Ensley is swung on and missed on a slider. That was great. That was a great battle right there.
I love that. I love the fans getting into it.
I've never seen them celebrate a strikeout like that in the fourth inning ever.
No, huh?
The 0-1 on Hunter Ensley is inside. Ensley was caught looking in the first inning. 1-0 Hogs.
And Zach's still fired up. That's 97, Phil.
Maybe you're thinking, all right, how fast can you really throw? Well, go ahead and put your least favorite batter at the plate, and you'll find out. 1-1 on Ensley. Root to the sky, to the plate. Late swing and a foul. He's got Ensley swinging very late. He was late in the first inning.
Yeah, fooled him right there on that changeup. Had him way out front with just kind of a half-sword swing. I think it's laughable that Tony Vitale is yelling at the third base umpire because of our pitcher.
There's nothing for them to yell. What is he going to do, yell at the kid? 1-2, the ride and the pitch. Ensley a swing and a fly ball to right field. It carries. Maxwell sets up at the warning track and makes the catch. Well, for a moment, Maxwell was really taken aback by how far the ball carried to right field, but he made the catch. It went 334 feet. And Zach Root set down the first 12 Tennessee batters. We're brought to you in part today by Harps. At Harps, they greet you with a smile, ask if they can help you, and let you know you're welcome in their store. Harps, hometown fresh. Hogs bat in the fourth, still leading 1-0. First this from the Arkansas Electric Cooperatives.
The Electric Cooperatives got its start lighting Arkansas, and we continue to meet that demand with every resource we can deliver. We're powering your life, where you live every single day through one of 17 local cooperatives, each unique, always united, and in your community. Our mission, to provide reliable, affordable, and responsible power to every corner of Arkansas. It's the local hometown cooperative way, because we're better connected together. The Electric Cooperatives of Arkansas.
The 11th game of the SEC football tradition known as the Battle Line Rivalry between your Arkansas Razorbacks and the Mizzou Tigers is complete. Look for the tradition presented by Shelter Insurance to grow in the coming years as we continue to heat up the border and support our student athletes with this new rivalry, the Battle Line Rivalry, presented by Shelter Insurance. Find a Shelter agent near you at shelterinsurance.com.
Does it feel like just a game yet? Arkansas 1, Tennessee 0. We'll go to the bottom of the fourth inning. I asked Dave Van Horn, how long does it take before it finally feels like a game? He said, hopefully 5 or 6 pitches. It's been more than 5 or 6 pitches. Does it feel like just a game yet, Bubba?
Oh, my goodness. It's a game, Phil, for sure.
Only a game? Just a game? Or
I feel
the
like
game?
It's the game. I feel like we've let Marcus Phillips off the hook.
Well, that's for sure. He's had 2 inning-ending double plays, 4 men left on base. Hogs have had all the base runners, and Kuhia Waloy swings, chops the first pitch high to the first baseman. Andrew Fisher is playing off the line, still gets there.
Wow, did you see what he did?
He grabbed the ball, waited for Waloy to still keep running to first base, nearly taunted him, and then steps on first.
I'm sorry. I can't stand that guy. I miss the good old days, Phil. I'm not even going to get into. I know people get tired of hearing about it.
I know exactly the point you're making, and the point you're making is right.
When the players could police it on the field, crap like that wasn't allowed.
Here's Iredale. The pitch is a fastball for a strike. You can't just go up and throw it at batters any longer, but, it wouldn't be that long ago that Fisher would be wearing 1 or 2 in the ribs, the way he acts. Here's the 0-1 to Iredale. Low, ball and a strike. Iredale caught looking in the second inning.
And if he kept doing it, the guy behind him would get hit, and that usually puts an end to it. Because your teammate doesn't like taking 1 in the ribs because of something stupid you did.
1-1 on Iredale. Sliders outside, ball 2. They got to figure out a way to score more here against Marcus Phillips. Hogs have already had 7 base runners out of 15 batters, but just 1 run. Got to bring them in. 2-1 pitch. Iredale, a late swing and a foul. Sliced back, 2-2. Well, Phillips is getting the kind of ground balls he wants. Hogs have had only 1 fly ball. They've had some line drives, but really not been able to hit the ball high in the air with very much authority. 4 ground outs resulting in 6 outs. He has struck out 3. The 2-2 to Iredale is lined for a base hit over shortstop. And Iredale aboard with his first hit. The Hogs 6th. 1-out single in front of Reese Robinette.
It's a good swing right there. That's a changeup. Left changeup over the middle of the plate.
Hogs didn't get anything from the Caboose gang in the second inning. Iredale struck out. Robinette grounded out. Thomas struck out. That was the point of the game where the Hogs scored, though, and Kozel scored from third on Phillips' wild pitch. Robinette grounded out in his second inning. Is 2 for 12 against Tennessee. First pitch. Low slider, ball 1. Kind of felt like Robinette has been seeing breaking pitches better than any other Arkansas batter over the last week. I think part of the issue, though, is can he catch up with Phillips' fastball if he's able to sit on it? Iredale leading, 1-0 count. They'll chase him back. Throw almost got away. Shadows all the way on the first base seats down the right field line. Also just above the third base dugout. A little slice of sunshine, but a lot of shadows. Wind down towards left field. Jam-packed ball walker. We may be near 12,000 today. Another throw chasing Iredale back. Looks like we have our first qualifier for the College World Series. Coastal Carolina finished a sweep of Auburn. 4-1. The final score today at Plainsman Park. Auburn went 2-out in the Super. There will be one SEC team. 1-0. Jammed and grounded foul up first base. 1-1 on Robinette. Now let me check that. We know there will be at the very least one SEC team in Omaha. That's the winner of this series.
Throw it back.
Hog fans do not want Andrew Fisher's charity. He tossed that foul ball into the crowd. They don't want it. They threw it back.
I love it. Go Hogs.
They do not want anything to do with anything that Andrew Fisher touches. That's hilarious.
That is awesome.
It's 1-1 on Robinette. Iredale leading at first with 1 away and another throw to first.
I'm sorry, Phil. You were saying something. I totally cut you off. I couldn't help it.
I was only saying that Auburn's out, so the only hopes now for the SEC and the College World Series is the winner of this and LSU against West Virginia, and they beat West Virginia 16-9. 1-1. Robinette squares. Push bunt up the third base line. Foul. Lane needed about another 7 inches, and the ball would have hit the base.
So close. It hit the lip of the grass.
That is the first bunt, though, and you think about the opportunities he may have had in the second inning with all of the alignment changes for Tennessee, and that's the first bunt attempt.
Their defensive, we talked about it a couple weeks ago when they were here, Phil. Their defensive positioning is not good.
Well, I've also wondered about the idea of making Marcus Phillips a big guy, 6'4", nearly 250 pounds, move those big clodhoppers around the pitcher's mound a little bit.
Yeah.
Well, Robinette now not bunting on 1 and 2. Thomas on deck. Iredale chased back again. There's some action in the bullpen right now in left field. Tennessee's got a right-hander, I believe. No, it's a left-hander that's up. And it is Dylan Loy, who they will use probably every game of the Super. Robinette waiting on Phillips with a 1 and 2 count. Targets outside. The pitch is swung on and missed. Strike 3. A fastball for the 4th strikeout for Marcus Phillips brings Justin Thomas Jr.
Yeah, he did a good job right there. He painted that outside corner on that fastball. That's one of the few times he's hit his spot. Okay, so here we go. This is that same defensive alignment. And I am not a small ball guy. People give me a hard time. Every time I go to the ballpark, well, why are you talking about bunts all the time on the radio? Your team never bunts, but they're giving it to you right there.
Time called by Rick Allen. He says, hold on a moment. We're going to have a ball called on Marcus Phillips for a pitch timer violation.
You know what? I think what it is, Phil, I got a text a second ago saying that he got a warning for coming set before the batter was in the box.
I see. Stretch and 1-0 pitch. Iredale running, a strike thrown. The throw to second is not in time. Stolen base number 2 for the Hogs today. It's the 8th for Iredale, and now Thomas has a duck on the pond with 1 ball and 1 strike. Now Dave Van Horn's out of the dugout. He's shouting towards the plate area. Allen had sort of signaled something as the pitch came in, and I think that's the confusion. Dave wasn't sure if there was some interference, and Allen now signals to Dave it was a strike. DVH back into the dugout. A 1-0 Arkansas lead. Thomas drove in 3 runs last weekend, but it came on 1 swing of the bat, a home run Sunday. Phillips ready with a 1-1 pitch. Swung on, ground ball, deep shortstop. Keelan's there, the long throw, scooped out by Fisher to end the inning. Razorbacks still just missing that 1 big base hit to cash in. They've stranded their 5th runner on base. They've all been left in scoring position. Westrock Coffee is the brand behind the brands, proudly supplying coffee, tea, flavors, extracts, and ingredients to the world's most iconic brands. Westrock is made in Arkansas, ethically sourcing beverages from all around the world. Proud to be the official coffee of the Razorbacks. Go to westrockcoffee.com to learn more. Take it to the 5th inning, Game 1 of the Fayetteville Super Regional. The Hogs lead Tennessee 1-0 on the Razorback Sports Network from Learfield.
Razorback fans, this season don't lose out on your home comfort. Bud Anderson Cooling, Heating, Plumbing, and Electrical is the official heating and cooling partner of Arkansas Athletics and has been delivering the highest standards in home comfort across Northwest Arkansas for over 35 years. If you're looking for a great team and elite service from a quality company that cares, you can't miss with our partner Bud Anderson Cooling, Heating, Plumbing, and Electrical. Call 855-GO-CALL-BUD or visit ba-hvac.com/specials to score big this season.
Look, you already know eating right and staying active make a big difference, but weight loss surgery could get you back in the game. Check out the Bariatric and Metabolic Institute at Encore Medical Center in Saline County, part of the Arkansas Heart Hospital team. Their bariatric experts can help you lose the extra weight, get off medications, manage diabetes, and more. Visit arheart.com/BMI now for details. That's arheart.com/BMI for weight loss surgery. Your ticket to better health.
Where at this moment you kind of wish you were going by base hits. Hogs with the only 6 hits of the ball game and the only run as well. 1-0 Arkansas. They've left 5 runners in scoring position. Meanwhile, Zach Roots retired all 12 Tennessee hitters. They'll be facing the 4, 5, 6 batters each a second time. Dalton Bargo, Dean Curley, Reese Chapman. Hogs have left Marcus Phillips off the hook. And so far, Zach Root hasn't even been near the closet yet. The pitch to Bargo's a slider, and he takes a ball. 1-0. Bargo's a lefty. Struck out looking in the 2nd inning. Is 2 for his last 34 with 16 strikeouts during that stretch. He's been battling a bad hamstring, and we've seen that affect Logan Maxwell. Here's the 1-0 to Bargo. Check swing appeal. Strike on a curve. Third base umpire Mike Jarbo makes the fist. 1-1. Crowd getting into it on every questionable call today. Usually because Tennessee's getting into it on every questionable call, or even some that aren't questionable. Roots 1-1. Bargo turns on it. Line drive dropped by Robinette, looking to chase it down into foul territory, and there's the first base hit. It was right to Robinette, right at him.
Well, I don't know what happened, Phil. I know that ball had some hook on it. He got around it.
It's a hard liner, hit 104 miles an hour. It did have a little bit of a hook, and I think just that last moment movement, Bubba, seemed to catch Robinette by surprise. He never really had it in his glove.
I don't know if he lost it out of the stands. He waited till the last minute and kind of jabbed at it. That should be a routine play.
They've scored in an error, and I think that's the right call.
I do too.
Even though the ball was hit hard, it was hit right at him, chest high. Dean Curley's next, and Root from the stretch for the first time. The pitch, fastball, strike one. Now, it's, the last time these teams played in that series, Tennessee committed 4 errors. The Razorbacks only made 1. And Tennessee allowed 3 unearned runs in the series. The Hogs, none. So this opens things up differently for the Volunteers. 1 strike count to Curley. Root into the set, and the pitch. Fastballs high and outside, 1-1. Curley grounded his shortstop in the second. Is 4 for 12 in the NCAA tournament. So a leadoff error, leading 1-0 in the 5th. And that is Reese's first error of the year. He's been as smooth as anybody at first base, not just this year, but for a long time here in Arkansas. The 1-1 to Curley is low. A little bit inside maybe as well, ball 2.
Yeah, it's a good pitch. That's a ball, though. Phil, I really think what happened, watching Reese's reaction, I don't think he saw the ball. And, every once in a while you lose it at home plate, and it's coming out of like a white shirt behind home plate. I don't know if that's what happened or not.
2-1 to Curley. Outside, and Root behind him, 3-1. Threw a changeup on 2 balls and a strike. Reese Chapman's on deck. Root facing no base runners until this drop line drive. You're now trying to get around Curley behind in the count. Curley's dangerous. Stretch and pitch. Strike 2 on the inside, a fastball. Perfect 3-1 pitch.
Wow, that's a perfect location right there. They must see something in Curley's swing because they're really pounding him in.
Root comes to the belt, throws to first base. Bargo walks back ahead. It's right about that time where in about a minute or so it's going to be a little more difficult for the batters to see. The edge of the shadow from the roof is right at the back corner of home plate. Bargo leading at first with a 3-2 count. Nobody out. Root's pitch on the way is hit high in the air to left center field. That's trouble. Long run. Thomas Davalon running out of room. 2-run homer. Tennessee leads 2-1. First base hit for the Volunteers. Dean Curley's 14th home run.
Well, he got a curveball right there. Instead of going with the slider, he went with the curveball and just left it, stayed over the middle of the plate.
That's tough for Root. He didn't make a good pitch here to Curley, but he's made so many good pitches previously, and you think of, to this point, just the amount of base runners he'd allowed. He's outpitched Marcus Phillips to this point, but Phillips has made the pitches when he's needed to. And on that strength, on Phillips' strength, really, that's why this is only a 2-1 ball game now instead of Arkansas leading by something like 4-2 or 5-2. Reese Chapman swings and misses on our Zach Root slider, strike 1.
But isn't it crazy how just the line drive, the drop line drive, kind of got a little bit into into Zach's head. Not, where he missed on some pitches, fell behind in the count.
Hogs shift on the 0-1 count, and Chapman squares. Pitches outside. Chapman grounded out of the second. He was thinking about bunting after leaving third base open. Well, look, did you really think 1 run was going to be enough? Iredale back to third base. They're not going to let Chapman bunt. Did you really think 1 run was going to be enough?
Oh, no.
Of course not.
Not today. Not with the wind like it is. Ball's carrying.
The 1-1 to Chapman. Low fastball for a strike. Boy, I think Hellfrick just stole one for Zach. And now Iredale's is running a relay between second base and third base. Back on the right side of the infield.
I mean, that clipped the bottom of the zone, but the Tennessee dugout's going crazy over there.
The 1-2 pitch. Chapman lays off a slider low. 2-2. There's Tennessee's 129th home run. Only the 60th allowed by the Hogs. Hogs have hit 120, allowing 60. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Chapman. The kick by Root. Struck him out swinging with a slow curveball. Number 4 for Zach. 1 away. And Levi Clark is next. I guess the next question would be, would 2 runs be enough for Tennessee today?
No.
And I don't think that will be enough.
No. Look, they've been living dangerously. It's just a matter of time till he makes a mistake and we hurt him.
And also remembering, Arkansas hit pretty well against the Tennessee bullpen at Paul Walker back in May. Levi Clark grounded out of the 3rd inning, is 0 for 1. Here's the pitch. Fastball's just a bit inside. 2-1 Tennessee leading, top of the 5th. The first Tennessee base hit. A go-ahead home run by Dean Curley, who's now driven home 9 runs in 6 games in the NCAA. 1-0 on the right-handed freshman, Levi Clark. Root throws. Fastball grounded back into 1 bounce, gloved it. Takes his time, underhand shuffle to first for the 2nd out. And Stone Lawless is next.
Phil, that's a good play by Zach right there. That ball's hit 94, 1 hop right back at him.
Well, much harder contact in this 5th inning than any time in the previous 4. Stone Lawless grounded out in the 3rd inning to shortstop in his 1 at-bat. It's a big catcher. Redshirt freshman. Lefty-righty matchup. The pitch. Curveballs in for a strike. Right at the bottom.
You know, when we were getting ready to go in the air and Kyle Peterson came in, he came in to tell me that this guy's got the 2nd highest OPS on the team.
Lawless, yeah. 487 on base percentage. 679 slugging, but his SEC numbers do not reflect that. The 0-1. Fastball's a strike on the inside. In the SEC, Bubba, he's 2 for 14.
Oh.
1 walk, 7 strikeouts. And I always know you go by the SEC
I go
numbers.
by the SEC. I really do.
So we got to tell KP the SEC numbers.
You want me to run down there and tell him?
0-2. The pitch. Low inside curveball, ball 1. That's the thing. And I know Tony said all the right things. All their players said all the right things about catching Stone Lawless today. And I mean, gave him credit because he's helped Marcus Phillips get out of some jams. But they can't have the same confidence in him or even close to the confidence they have in Peebles. The 1-2. Change up. Strike 3 called on the outside corner. Root, after giving up the home run, gets the next 3 batters in order and adds his 5th strikeout. But Tennessee takes the lead. 2 runs on a home run by Dean Curley. Came after an error. It's the only base hit for the Volunteers so far. 2-1 Volunteers. Bottom of the 5th after this from Coca-Cola.
This is Coke Zero Sugar. Could I be the best Coke ever? Try and taste with your ears. Hear those bubbles? Imagine them tingling on your tongue. Fizzy deliciousness. Listen to that cascading liquid. A mouth-watering waterfall. Irresistibly tasty. Zero sugar. Crisp. Refreshing. And ice cold. Is Coke Zero Sugar the best Coke ever? Try and decide.
As we all live longer, age really is just a number, but retirement is so much more than one. Edward Jones Financial Advisors want to know what you want out of your retirement so we can help you get there. Together, we can look at the big picture and make a strategy to help you reach your goals, because you can't prepare for the unexpected if you don't know where you're headed. Contact your local Edward Jones Financial Advisor to get started today. Visit edwardjones.com or stop by your local Edward Jones office. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
This is Razorback Baseball in the NCAA Tournament. Let's go back to the booth. Here again, Phil Elson.
8 base runners over the first 4 innings for the Arkansas Razorbacks, but just 1 run across, and Tennessee just a 1 base hit, but a home run by Dean Curley, giving the Volunteers a 2-1 5th inning lead. If you're ready for a timeout from banking frustrations, get Armor Bank into your lineup. You'll experience a whole new game with simplified banking. Locations all over the state, delivering hog-like focus with each play. Put in Armor Bank. Top of the Arkansas batting order against Marcus Phillips. Phillips facing Davalon, Vahiva Aloy, and Logan Maxwell. Davalon and Maxwell have made no outs, reaching base twice. Aloy is 0 for 2. One run scoring in the second. Cam Kozel came across on a wild pitch. Hogs have left 5 runners. They've all been left in scoring position. And the first pitch to Davalon is a strike on the inside. Davalon's walked, singled, stolen a base, and has been left at second base and left at third base. Phillips lifts the leg, 0-1. Outside ball and a strike. 94-mile-an-hour fastball on his 72nd pitch. There was a lefty up in the pen, Dylan Loy, last inning. He is sitting now. A 1-1 to Davalon. Fastball at the bottom, strike 2. 94 again from Phillips. A little straighter.
It's 3 fastballs in a row. You haven't seen that the whole game.
That's right. Yeah, the second time through the batting order, he really didn't throw many fastballs. Maybe that's his idea the third time through. 0-2 count, the 1-2 count. Davalon gets a piece of a fastball. Phillips has struck out 4. He's walked 2. 1 wild pitch, but he's also induced a couple of double plays, getting Hellfrick in the first, Kozel in the third. Those both were inning-ending double plays, and those outside of Curley's home run are the biggest plays of the game. The 1-2 to Davalon is grounded right at first base. Fisher grabs it, second bounce, racing to the base, and Davalon grounds out 3 unassisted. Well, Marcus Phillips is now set down 5 of the last 6 batters. You do not want to allow him to get on a run, certainly not after Tennessee gave him the lead. I was looking for something from Vehiva Aloy, who's 0 for 2.
Yeah, we need Vehiva to do something against this guy. You know, if he stepped up there and hit a bomb right now, that would get this crowd back awake.
Fly out and a strikeout. And the pitch. Low. Slider, ball 1. Aloy is 0 for 5 against Phillips. All it takes, though, 1 mistake, 1 good swing. 1-0 pitch. Bad swing and a miss slider. A sword swing by Vehiva. 1-1. They're getting him to chase the slider. He doesn't recognize it well.
Yeah, that's a slider down out of the zone. He just caught him between.
1-1. Hard ground ball, shortstop. Keelan backhands it down on a knee. Good throw across. Gets Aloy for the second out. Well, that's a hard ground ball there by Vehiva. There's a little opening for him, though. Maxwell's next, 2 outs, nobody on. Maxwell is 4 for 4 against Phillips, including 2 line drive singles today.
Yeah, that ball's hit 102. He tried to sneak a fastball by him at 96, and it's hard to sneak one by Vehiva.
It's the longest string of outs for Phillips. He set down 4 in a row. First pitch, outside. 1-0 on Logan Maxwell. He got to the College World Series with Texas Christian a couple years ago. 1-0 pitch. Bounced away, 2-0. Boys back up, playing catch in the bullpen in left field. Hogs have a full bullpen inside near the Hunt Center, but they're just watching. Zach Root's giving them no reason to get warm yet. Maxwell back in, ahead on Phillips, 2-0. And the right-hander delivers high and inside, ball 3. Hellfrick's waiting on deck. And the 3-0. Low. Maxwell walks on 4 straight. 3rd walk so far.
He didn't want any part of Logan Maxwell right there.
You're right. He really didn't give him anything. To kind of intentionally walk Maxwell to face Ryder Hellfrick. Phillips got Ryder a double play in the first inning, but walked him in the 3rd. Well, they got a home run from one of their hottest hitters, and Dean Curley. Can the Hogs get something here from their hottest hitter, and Ryder Hellfrick, who's hit in 10 straight games? The set and the pitch. Swing and a fly ball, left field. Didn't get all of it. Bar goes at the wall. It's out of here. He didn't get all of it, but it still leaves the park. And Ryder Hellfrick has given them the lead with his 14th of the season. A wall scraper.
Phil, I did not think that ball was going to get out of here. It's hit 84 miles an hour, and it just kept going to left field.
I don't know any way to put this other than that's the softest home run hit of the entire season. On 121 home runs, that's the softest of the year.
84 miles an hour, 312 feet. If it's 311, it doesn't make it out.
It had to travel more than 312. It's 320 to the left field corner. I mean, it had to go at least 321. Maybe flip-flop the 1 on the 2. Kojal takes low strike 1. How about that? 3-2 Arkansas. Ryder Hellfrick's 14th. And the Hogs back on top by a run. Here's the pitch to Kojal. Swing and a tipper foul. Strike 2. Kojal's 1 for 2, a single and a ground out. I can't believe that ball got over the fence.
Phil, I was off the bat. I thought, I hope that drops in.
Yeah, and you didn't think it was going to drop in the bullpen.
No way. And I saw the left fielder, and I look at Velo, 84, and I'm like, okay, there's no way. That's an out.
0-2 to Kojal. Ball outside, 1-2.
That's incredible that ball got out. And the wind's not howling. I mean, it's just a very soft breeze.
A little push by the wings of a mosquito. Knocked that ball over the fence, right?
We'll take it. That's the baseball gods.
The 1-2. Kojal takes a slider for ball 2. How did that ball get out of here? Two-out Lightning in the 5th inning, and the 2-2 pitch to Kojal. Slider struck him out looking, and that'll end the Razorback 5th. 2-out Lightning, gotta love it. 2 runs, 1 hit, none left. Ryder Hellfrick is at 6 home runs now over an 11-game hitting streak, and he's given the Razorbacks the lead. 3-2 Arkansas, end of 5 innings on the Razorback Sports Network from Learfield.
At Summit Utilities, we're more than just your gas bill. We're also your neighbors, and we're here to help, just like your neighbors do. Account-related questions, aid in setting up a payment plan, or assistance with rebate processing to help you save money on a new water heater. We've got you. At Summit, we're the keepers of the flame, making sure you have hot meals, warm baths, and a cozy home, providing you with energy that's there when and where you need it. Summit Utilities. Comfort delivered.
Sonic Radio. CIO coming to you live from the red carpet, and here comes the star of the summer, sweet topped lemonade from Sonic. Wow, looking delicious as always. Tell us, what are you wearing?
Oh, this? Just a little blueberry lavender number. I was going for something tart and sweet.
Incredible! And is that cold foam on top? So chic. I wouldn't mind taking a sip of that.
Dude.
Wait, that came out wrong.
Try sweet top lemonades from Sonic. Live free, eat Sonic. Limited time only at participating Sonic drive-ins.
Each team in a home run in the 5th inning to take the lead. Dean Curley for Tennessee, and then Ryder Hellfrick for Arkansas. Hogs 3, Tennessee 2 at the end of 5 innings. Do you spend more time thinking about what's for dinner than thinking about retirement? Well, Edward Jones can help you. Visit edwardjones.com. Edward Jones, member SIPC. Hogs getting Gabe Gackle up in the bullpen with Zach Root now working in the 6th inning. It's not just Gackle warming up. Cole Gibler's also getting loose next to him, side by side, a righty and a lefty. Root, who's only allowed 2 base runners out of 5 innings. The number 9 batter, Manny Marin, to lead off. This will be Zach's 66th pitch of the afternoon, and it's on the way, and it's a curve for a strike. 66 pitches, 46 strikes. This kind of goes a little bit back to looking at the regional. You know, that last game against Creighton, no 3-ball counts for Arkansas pitchers until the 9th inning. Here's the 0-1 to Marin. Popped it up. Out goes Kozel to right field. Maxwell's in, calling him off. Logan there for a one-handed catch, and there's 1 out. This was one of my favorite stats from the regional, Bubba, that after Aiden Jimenez came out of Friday's opener, I think it was 88 batters that every other Arkansas pitcher faced from that point, 7 3-ball counts. Not even walks, just 7 3-ball counts.
Wow.
That's a go Hogs, right?
Yeah.
And now it's Gavin Keelan, who's grounded out to second base twice. Root winds up. Fastball's at the bottom for a strike. And they're doing it again here. I mean, I'm looking through here, and Zach Root's been to 3 balls on 2 batters. And this is, a really good lineup. The 0-1 on the outside, a strike. A little cutter. Did you see that pitch just tilt a little bit?
Yeah. 91-mile-an-hour cutter.
Root's 0-2. Just off the outside. A good take by Keelan, ball 1. I think a lot of us are reacting to Ryder Hellfrick bringing that pitch back in.
Yeah. That's off the plate. Ryder made it look way better than it was.
Root with a 1-2 pitch. Slider laid off by Keelan, former Louisville Cardinal. Louisville earlier today was a loser to Miami 9-6. The 2-2 to Keelan. Little dribbler foul. He swung at ball 3, rising up and in.
Yeah, I don't know how he fought that ball off.
Louisville Miami Super Regional is even at 1-1. They'll close it out tomorrow. 2-2 from Root to Keelan. He just missed outside with a slider. Ball 3. Great pitch, but a better take by Keelan.
I mean, TrackMan says it's
just
half-inch outside.
Hey, credit to Rick Allen, the plate umpire. Credit to Keelan for taking a good pitch and a tough pitch to take. That set up a little bit for him and then zipped away. Here's Roots, 3-2, and walked him with a curve inside.
Yeah, that's a ball. But, boy, that other one, I don't know, Phil.
Zach Root will now get a visit from Matt Hobbs. So that's the 19th batter he's faced, his first walk. Stops a string of 4 outs. And now Andrew Fisher, who flied out to the center field track in the first inning, and then an emotional 4th inning strikeout where Fisher wasn't just battling against Zach Root. He took on the entire crowd here at Paul Walker Stadium. I kind of picture Andrew Fisher a little bit like Tanner from Bad News Bears. You took on the entire 7th grade.
Yeah, you're right. That's all right. If he gets in the pro ball and acts like that, he'll wear a few in the ribs, and that's a good attitude adjustment for you.
One thing about Fisher is all of the other stuff that he does goes along with big-time production and big-time moments. I mean, he came up with one of the big moments of their win over Wake Forest on Monday. And who knows, maybe the game here could come down to this sequence. 3-2 Arkansas. Fisher steps in with Keelan at first. Fisher this year against lefties, 292, 370 against righties. Stretch by Root. And the pitch. Fastball's outside.
Zach's frustrated. I mean, that's not a strike, though.
I think he's still frustrated on what was called ball 3 to Gavin Keelan.
Yeah.
And you're going to have to get around that. Ready with a 1-0 pitch and a curve low on Fisher, ball 2.
It's a big pitch right here, Phil.
This is really one of the only hitter's counts that Root's gotten himself into. Target on the outside. And the pitch. Curveball inside. He's really careful to Andrew Fisher here. 3-0. Hunter Ensley on deck. Ensley dangerous. Not quite as dangerous as Fisher, but one of the best hitters in the country.
I think if he loses Fisher right here, I think Dave goes and gets him.
Gackle's the one warming up now. 3-0. Here's the pitch. And he takes a strike. Fisher thought it was low. He was about to take off his ankle guard. Gackle knows the situation. He's done warming up. He's just watching now from the pen. Aloy's behind second. Kojal roams off second base. Keelan with a lead at first. Robin at holding. Outfield deep. And a 3-1 pitch on the way. Fisher a swing and a miss. 95 miles an hour from Root. Remember, it was 99 that he struck him out with 2 innings ago.
I tell you, Fisher's got a little uppercut, Phil. If you can execute a fastball at the top of the zone, you can get him.
They're going to stand for this next pitch. They're standing for a 6th inning pitch. Here it comes. Ground ball, second base. Kojal picks it, flips to Aloy. 1 relay, ends the inning. Rack 'em up. 4-6-3 double play, and the Hogs get off the field with the lead. And Andrew Fisher is 0 for 3. No runs, no hits, nobody left. Brought to you today by Toyota, proud sponsor of Razorback Athletics. Razorback power, razor sharp style. Visit a local Toyota dealer today. And Tony Vitello is furious. He's throwing dirt in front of the third base dugout. Tony, chill out, my man. 3-2 Arkansas. Bottom of the 6th coming next on the Razorback Sports Network from Learfield.
The Hog Call, the siren song of the Cardinal and White. Heard in every corner of Baum Walker Stadium, it's a clear warning for any foe that dares get in their way. Ford knows that strong traditions start with leadership, like Ford F-Series, America's best-selling trucks 48 years straight. Drive F-150, official truck of the Razorbacks, only at your Arkansas Ford dealer, based on 1977 to 2024 total sales.
If your day sounds like,
we need the report ASAP.
You deserve Modelo. If you've persevered through, you deserve this rich golden lager with a crisp but refreshing taste. Or if you overcame,
2 more rings, 2 more.
You deserve this ice cold reward. Modelo, the Remarkable Fighter. Drink responsibly. Beer imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
You're listening to Arkansas Baseball in the NCAA Division I Baseball Championship. Here again, Bill Elson.
Well, the emotions nearly got the best of Tony Vitello. He's come out of the dugout again as a couple of the umpires, all 4 umpires just met during that inning break. 2 of them go over to talk to Tony. Both benches have been warned between innings. Between the top and the bottom of the 6th inning, Arkansas and Tennessee have now been warned. So if there's any more of this stuff, somebody's going to get ejected from a game, and that means a suspension. And nobody wants anything like that. Arkansas batting in the bottom of the 6th inning, leading 3-2. Zach Root may have talked a little stuff to Andrew Fisher after getting the double play. Kuhio Aloy swings and misses at Marcus Phillips' first pitch.
Hey, Phil, I bet you, I guarantee you Fisher said something going down the first baseline to Zach Root.
That would play right into what we've seen from him. Here's the 0-1 to Aloy. Low. Aloy's 1 for 2 with an infield single and a ground out. Phillips working in his 6th inning. He's given up a run-scoring wild pitch and a 2-run homer for all the 3 runs. Hogs with a 7-1 hit advantage. 1-1, the pitch. Kuhio swings and misses on the slider.
Kuhio's got to stay on that. He knows that's what he's going to get.
Phillips has struck out 5 batters. And it'll be a 1-2 on Kuhio. High, 2-2. So there was some talk with Fisher and Root in the last at-bat. There's been a lot of talk with Fisher and the fans. Even Fisher tossed a foul ball into the crowd. They didn't want it. They threw it back. 2-2 to Aloy. Swung on, slow dribbler, and a nice play by Phillips, just smothering it with his glove. Kind of gloved it a la Hungry Hippos. Little toss to first for the put out, and Aloy's 1 for 3.
Yeah, Kuhio's struggling with that slider. I mean, that slider was on the middle of the plate, and he still just is not seeing it pulled off and cued it.
Iredale next, and then Reese Robinette. Iredale's 1 for 2 with a single and a steal. 3-man shift on the left. First pitch. Ground ball into left field. Right through the shift for a base hit. 1-out single for Brent Iredale.
It's a good job right there. Going up there, knowing you're going to get a slider, sitting on it, and hitting it into left field.
let's see if you get something from Robinette or Thomas. Right now, there's 3 Razorbacks who haven't reached base today. Vahiva Aloy, Robinette, and Thomas. Reese is 0 for 2, a strikeout, a ground out, and that's the same for JT. And a toss to first base, chasing Iredale. He's safe. Another throw. Iredale safe. You look at Brent and you're thinking, he doesn't look like a guy who'd really have a lot of range or speed, but he's got a lot of range at third base, and he can run. This is a guy that could steal you some bases if you played on a team that was a little more of a base-stealing team. Tennessee is starting to slow things down. Going to send the catcher and the rest of the infield to the pitcher's mound. Tony Vitello's now out of the dugout. And they've got Dylan Loy, a quite often used lefty who's made 31 appearances, ready to go. And it may be the end of the road for Marcus Phillips. This is one of those prospects that we may be seeing in the major leagues at some point throughout this super regional, Bubba. He's certainly got the arm for it.
Yeah, he's a guy I think you're going to see pitch a while, Phil.
And Tony's waiting for Rick Allen to come out and force his hand. I also wonder if he just has some things he likes to say to the umpire, and now he points out to the bullpen. Pitching change brought to you by Visit Hot Springs and Oaklawn. It's time for a road trip. Hit the jackpot with a trip to Hot Springs National Park, Arkansas, and its #1 attraction, Oaklawn Hot Springs. Plan a trip at hotsprings.org and oaklawn.com. The Hogs leading 3-2, still batting in the 6th inning after the break. Tony Vitello giving Rick Allen a piece of his mind as he walks off the pitcher's mound. And they continue to go at each other as they walk further away. Tony's not going to head straight into the dugout. He still wants to talk with Allen. And now the head coach of the Volunteers has finally said his piece. The Hogs lead 3-2. We're back in a minute. This is Arkansas baseball from Learfield.
Go-Go Squeeze is super excited to be on the field with University of Arkansas athletes. With a variety of deliciously fruity flavors, there's something for the whole Razorback family to enjoy. Go-Go Squeeze offers delicious fruit blend pouches that are gluten-free and nut-free. For active people, Go-Go Squeeze Active Fruit Blend with electrolytes can help replenish some of the essential minerals lost during exercise. Check out our whole line of pantry-friendly fruit and dairy products at most major retailers and online. So grab a Go-Go Squeeze and let's cheer on our Razorbacks together. Go Hogs!
Razorback fans, score big with the freshest seafood in town at Fish City Grill. Whether you're craving grilled salmon or fried catfish, or want to try something new from the daily chalkboard specials, they've got your seafood fix covered. Swing by the locally owned spot in Rogers and make every meal a victory for Razorback Nation.
The new pitcher for the Tennessee Volunteers is a left-hander, Dylan Loy, sophomore from Pigeon Forge, Tennessee. Loy made more appearances than any pitcher in the SEC this year, 31 of them to this point, 30 of those in relief. Holds a 4-0 record. Batters hit 168, 31 2/3 innings, 11 walks, 36 strikeouts, and an ERA of 3.98. And he's been brought on to pitch to Reese Robinette. The Hogs leading 3-2 over Tennessee. We're in the bottom of the 6th inning. Game 1 of the Super Regional. One-out single by Brent Iredale knocks Marcus Phillips from the game. Phillips last 5 1/3, charged with 3 runs. Could be charged with 4. 8 base hits. That included Ryder Hellfrick's go-ahead 5th inning home run. 2 walks, 5 strikeouts. Now looking at Loy, lefties this year against Loy were 5 for 49. And in fact, only 9 of 54 lefties reach base against him via base hit or walk. Reese Robinette's the batter, going to try to get it done here. 1 on, 1 out. Robinette hitting 8th. Thomas on deck. Reese grounded out and struck out against Phillips. And here's Loy's pitch. Line drive, softly hit, takes a bounce past Curley into right field, and now Iredale gets him to second base ahead of the throw. Robinette moves him up and safe at first himself. That ball had a little camel hump on it. It looked like Curley might catch it, but then it bounces through him.
Yeah, it was a little top spin right there. You got to love that. Curley should have made the play. If he makes the play, it's probably a double play ball.
Scored a single for Reese Robinette. Two base runners for Justin Thomas Jr. So things change a little bit here now because, Loy's been really good against lefties. He wouldn't be that effective against righties, and that's the only pitch he's going to throw. Tony's back out of the dugout.
Big shock there, Phil.
Well, I guess part of the question here would be, is Tony going to be yelling at Rick Allen again, as he did about 2 minutes ago?
Why don't he yell at his second baseman for not making that play? How about that?
That's one of those plays that isn't an error. Remember, Curley's made more errors than any fielder in the SEC. It's not an error, but it's a shoulda. It's a shoulda made the play.
It's bad footwork is what it is by a second baseman. Our second baseman makes that play.
There's another lefty warming up, Brandon Arvidsson. They're instead going to go to a right-hander, so that's going to be it for Loy. Just one pitch, gives up a base hit, and we'll take another minute break. Pitching changes brought to you by Visit Hot Springs and Oaklawn. It's time for a road trip. Hit the jackpot with a trip to Hot Springs National Park, Arkansas, and its #1 attraction, Oaklawn Hot Springs. Plan a trip at hotsprings.org and oaklawn.com. Turkey's on the table for Justin Thomas Jr. in a minute with the Hogs leading 3-2 in the 6th. Now this from UAMS Health.
At UAMS, we're advancing, taking benchmark research to the bedside to offer patients the latest treatments and clinical trials. We're leading, providing access to the state's most comprehensive team of medical experts through our statewide network of clinics and virtual care. And we're educating, training the next generation of healthcare leaders and innovators. As the state's only health sciences university, UAMS is creating a better state of health for you.
A lot goes into taking care of your property. You need equipment with more reliability and versatility built in, like Kubota BX and L Series compact tractors, rated #1 in durability and owner experience. Z Series mowers that deliver a quality cut, and Sidekick utility vehicles where durability meets speed. Visit your local Kubota dealer for a demo today.
Visit ArkansasKubotaDealers.com to find a dealer near you.
This copyrighted broadcast is an exclusive presentation of Learfield under the broadcasting rights granted by the University of Arkansas. Reuse of this presentation is prohibited without the express written consent of the University of Arkansas and Learfield. Announcers are provided by Learfield and approved by the University of Arkansas.
Let's pause 10 seconds for station ID. You're listening to the Razorback Sports Network from Learfield. The new pitcher for the Tennessee Volunteers is Braden Krenzel. Krenzel's a freshman right-hander from Dublin, Ohio. Stands 6'3", weighs 214, 20th appearance, 18th in relief. 3 wins, no losses, 289 average allowed. He's completed 32 1/3 innings, walked 19, struck out 41. His ERA is 4.45. Krenzel inheriting 2 runners. Brent Iredale at second base. Reese Robinette at first. Justin Thomas Jr. the batter. Here's the pitch. And a slider misses. Hogs lead 3-2. Bottom of the 6th inning. This is the 3rd pitcher of the inning. Marcus Phillips got Kuhio Aloy to ground out. Brent Iredale singled. And Dylan Loy allows a single by Reese Robinette. And now it's Thomas against Krenzel. JT's 0 for 2. 3-man shift on the left. Looking for a big base hit. Here's the pitch. A little dribbler foul by Thomas. Late on a fastball from Krenzel. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Yeah, that's his pitch right there, Phil. He's a sinker slider guy. A lot of sink on that. Arm side run and sink.
Krenzel finished 2 2/3 against Wake Forest on Monday, throwing 55 pitches. Gave up a couple of runs on 1 hit and 2 walks. And a 1-1, the count on Thomas. The pitch is swung on right center field, falling. Chapman's there. He makes the catch. Back to second is Iredell. Robinette back to first. They had Chapman playing up a couple of steps. That's how he got there. 2 outs. It's the top of the batting order in Davalon now.
Yeah, it's a good swing by JT right there. That ball just hung up into right field.
So far, the Hogs have 1 big base hit out of their 9 total hits. A go-ahead homer by Ryder Hellfrick that just got over the left field fence in the 5th inning. The only RBI base hit for the Hogs.
Feel good about this at bat. Lefties are hitting 298 against this guy. He's a sinker slider guy. Oh, come on.
Tony Vitello again out of the dugout with Charles Davalon batting. They've got a lefty in the pen. The reliever getting loose is Brendan Arvidsson. And, Tony, he usually just goes out there to make pitching changes, not to talk strategy. And he's already looked out to the bullpen in left field. So it looks like they're going to be going to a lefty to pitch to Davalon, which would make a lot of sense here, Bubba.
Now, remember Arvidsson. He did a good job against us last time we faced him. I don't have his stats here, but I can find them. But, yeah, he did a good job against us.
Tony's managing this 6th inning like it's the 9th inning. He figures he's got to get out of it, down by just a run. So they're going to use the 4th pitcher of the inning. Krenzel faces 1 batter and gets him. And Brandon Arvidsson is next. Another pitching change brought to you by Visit Hot Springs in Oaklawn. You could do the script with me by now. Time for a road trip. Hit the jackpot with a trip to Hot Springs National Park, Arkansas, and its #1 attraction, Oaklawn Hot Springs. Plan a trip at hotsprings.org and oaklawn.com. All right, it'll be Brandon Arvidsson against Charles Davalon with 2 base runners and 2 outs in the 6th inning. Hogs lead 3-2. Back in another minute on the Razorback Sports Network from Learfield.
From your favorite drive-thru coffee to the iced tea from the hotel lobby, many of the beverages you enjoy every day come from Arkansas's own West Rock Coffee Company. As the official sponsor of the Razorbacks, West Rock Coffee fuels our team and customers all over the world. We are the trusted provider of coffee, tea, flavors, extracts, and ingredients to the brands you love, and we are dedicated to making a difference. Learn more about West Rock Coffee's global impact at westrockcoffee.com.
Razorback Nation, I am Renata Jenkins-Fowler with Roller Funeral Homes. We are all getting ready for that big game this week. Our Arkansas Razorbacks have prepared, practiced, and are now ready to put their best on display for us. When you choose the Roller Funeral Home in your hometown, you can be assured, like our Arkansas Razorbacks, that we will be ready to put our best on display while serving you and your family. Roller Funeral Homes, serving the Razorback Nation with all our respect.
Brandon Arvidsson was really good against Arkansas at Bohm Walker 3 weeks ago. Arvidsson faced 7 batters. He retired all of them, including Charles Davalon on a strikeout. And that's who Tony Vitello's gone to here to try to save a 6th inning for the Volunteers. The Hogs already lead 3-2. This 6th inning has lasted longer than a bad sitcom episode. We've had a single by Brent Iredale, a single by Reese Robinette. 2 outs, though. And there have been 3 previous pitchers for the 4 previous batters. Marcus Phillips, Dylan Lloyd, Braden Krenzel, and now Brandon Arvidsson. Arvidsson's a sophomore from Dripping Springs, Texas. They still haven't corrected the spelling on Dripping Springs on the Tennessee roster, unless it's the only city in the world that's got 3 P's in the middle of it. 6'5", 215 pounds, 29th appearance, 27th as a reliever, 2 wins, no losses, 1 save, 196 average, allowed 37 1/3, 20 walks, 69 strikeouts, 4.34 ERA. Numbers against lefties, Bubba?
167, Phil.
Maybe that'll go up a little bit here. Davalon batting, Iredale at second, Robinette at first, and the first pitch. Swing, soft fly ball, dropping, left center field base hit. Iredale rounding third, scoring. Robinette first to third. Charles Davalon makes it 4-2 with a sixth inning 2-out single on the first pitch from the fourth batter of the sixth inning.
Phil, that was a mouthful right there. I love it. He went up there, he knew he was going to get slider, set slider, just slapped it out into left center. It's just a great piece of hitting.
All those walks from the third base dugout to the pitcher's mound. All the arguing with the umpire after the first pitching change. All the pitching changes, and it doesn't work for Tennessee.
Yeah. I mean, it just makes you feel really good inside when all of that crap doesn't work.
Vehiba Aloy now. The pitch is a little bit high. Ball one. Aloy's 0 for 3. But that was against Phillips, a pitcher that he just hasn't had any success against this year.
I like this matchup, Phil. I feel really good about this.
Throw to first base. Davalon back in.
And I don't think there's any way in the world Dave's going to steal Davalon with Aloy up right now with the wind, with the ball carrying like it is.
Yeah, you feel like the crowd's kind of waiting for something big. The 1-0 pitch. Swing, fly ball, deep right field. Back it goes to the wall, and it's caught by Reese Chapman with a leap at the right field fence. Aloy nearly brought the ballpark down, but Chapman instead brings his line drive down with his glove. And the Hogs settle for 1 run on 3 hits in the 6th inning, leaving 2. Oh, my goodness. Let's take a deep breath and go into the 7th inning. The Razorbacks 4, the Volunteers 2. Now this from Saracen Casino Resort.
Make every day an epic day while driving your new Nissan Armada from Trotter Nissan and Saracen Casino Resort. This top-of-the-line Platinum Reserve Edition is a dream drive for wherever your adventure takes you. And you can win this premium SUV from Saracen Casino this month. Play today for your chance at winning Nissan's Armada Platinum Reserve that will take you everywhere and anywhere in style.
Saracen Casino Resort, Vegas, Arkansas style.
Gambling problem? Call 800-GAMBLER.
With Toyota's versatile SUVs, you'll be ready for any adventure, no matter who you're adventuring with. Bringing your furry co-pilot along, the RAV4's Power Pack Performance is bound to spark some zoom time. Scoop them up in the Corolla Cross. Its sleek design will make up for the fact that you're always fashionably late. No matter who you're rolling with, there's a Toyota SUV fit just for you. Visit your local Toyota dealer today. Toyota is a proud sponsor of Razorback Athletics. Razorback power, razor sharp style. Toyota, let's go places. See packages and options at toyota.com for feature availability.
This is Razorback Baseball in the NCAA Tournament. Let's go back to the booth. Here again, Phil Elson.
Well, legendary Catfish Holes place their tomato relish in local Walmart neighborhood markets in northwest Arkansas recently. Well, guess what? Next week, it's headed to the River Valley Supercenters and maybe all across the state sometime soon, and maybe even frozen hush puppies from the legendary Catfish Hole at local Walmart neighborhood markets in northwest Arkansas and the River Valley. 4-2, the Hogs still leading. Zach Root takes the mound for the start of the 7th inning.
I'm a little surprised, Phil. I kind of thought Gackle would be in there right now.
Gackle was warming up while Root made it through the 6th inning. He's ready to go at a moment's notice. 84 pitches for Zach Root, and 53 of them strikes. He's allowed 2 runs on 1 hit, and Hunter Ensley to lead off. 3-4-5 batters for the Vols, and the pitch is fouled back. Still a good fastball from Root. 94. We've seen him throw as hard as 99 today. And that was when he struck out Andrew Fisher in the 4th inning. He got Fisher to end the 6th inning with a double play. Ensley, Bargo, and Curley. Curley has the only hit, a home run in the 5th. Root throws a 1 and a swung on and miss. Got a good breaking pitch again. Strike 2.
Phil, I'm going back to Aloy's hit. 104, 21.65 launch angle. That should have, with the way the ball's carrying, at least got off the wall.
Really nice catch by Chapman, too, running that down. I mean, it looked like it might have been out of his reach. 0-2 to Ensley. He struck him out swinging. Good morning, good afternoon, good night, Hunter Ensley. Tag applied by Hellfrick. Strikeout number 6. It made him look foolish with another curveball. One away in the 7th inning, and Dalton Bargo's next. The Hogs scored first. Cam Kojal came home in a 2nd inning wild pitch. But then a drop line drive by Reese Robinette on Bargo's liner in the 5th inning was followed by Curley's home run. And Tennessee briefly had a 2-1 lead before Ryder Hellfrick hit a wall-scraping homer in the 5th. And then the RBI single by Davalon in the 6th inning. 4-2 Arkansas. They're out hitting Tennessee 10-1. Bargo a wave and a miss at a curve.
Boy, fooled him bad on that. Phil, I think this will be Root's last batter right here.
Would make sense with Curley, who homered against him on deck.
Yeah.
Bargo had struck out, and the liner that Robinette dropped. The pitch, fastball, in for strike 2.
Love it. Top of the zone.
They'll put the shift on the 2nd strike with Brent Iredale taking up the right side. Kojal backs into the outfield. Root has struck out 6. Deep breath, lefty winds and deals. Fastball is high at 97. Man, he is jacked up. I think that reflects everybody in the park, though.
Yeah, I think so. I think right now you could throw 90.
Probably have my arm fall out of my socket trying it.
Get one pitch anyway.
1-2 the pitch. Bargo a swing and a bouncer right at Robinette at first base. Gloves it, 2 bounces, 3 unassisted for the 2nd out of the inning. And here's Curley. Our game update a moment ago brought to you by UAMS Health, the official orthopedics and sports medicine provider for the Razorbacks, locations all over the state. Do what the Hogs do. Trust your care to UAMS Health. So they announced Curley. Let's see if DVH emerges.
Boy, it looks like he's going to let him face him.
Well, the tying run's on deck. He's going to keep Root in to face Curley, who he got to ground out in the 2nd inning, but Curley homered in the 5th, the only base hit for Tennessee, which is shocking. Here's Root's pitch. Outside with a fastball, considering that Tennessee hit .304 as a team. That's 3rd best in the SEC, 37th in the nation. But Zach Root has been shoving. Can he finish 7 innings? 1-0 behind Curley. And the pitch, low ball 2. I mean, there is a surprise that they don't go to Gackle here because of a righty-righty matchup, no matter what.
Well, and you see the way Curley's seeing the ball. I mean, he's laid off 2 borderline pitches, and I talk about the way Guy takes balls. I mean, he's seeing the ball really well against Zach.
The 2-0 is a change outside, ball 3. And you do not want to bring that tying run up. Chapman's got plenty of power. And Chapman is a lefty, so you may keep Root in if it's Chapman that he's got to face. 3-0. The pitch to Curley is high, ball 4, 4-pitch walk, 2nd from Root, tying run bats. Now they had Cole Gibbler loose a couple of innings ago. I haven't seen him out there warming up for a while. Gibbler sometimes would be the guy they'd go to in a moment like this, but I don't think they're going to him. Sticking with Root. You got left-handed options. Coyle, Gibbler, those are pretty much the 2 that they've counted on. And here's Chapman. Now, Chapman has grounded to 3rd and struck out. He's 0 for 2 in this game, 5 for 14 against the Hogs. Root throws, curveball, lined into left field. Davalon playing deep, coming on, makes the catch on the line drive. Root throws 7 innings. No runs, no hits, 1 left for Tennessee, and they love Zach Root at Baum-Walker Stadium. 7th inning stretch presented by Kubota. Get home run deals to stretch your savings right now during Kubota's Orange Days. You can find a local Kubota dealer at Arkansas, KubotaDealers.com. Hogs 4, Volunteers 2. This is the Razorback Sports Network from Learfield.
First Security is about more than great banking. Yes, we provide the financial expertise, digital tools, and everything else you need when you need it. But we also go all in on local support with friendly professionals, plus convenient locations all across the state. Because we believe personal banking is better banking. Visit fsbank.com for details. That's fsbank.com for friendly, local banking with First Security. Bank better. Member FDIC.
This is Coke Zero Sugar. Could I be the best Coke ever? Try and taste with your ears. Hear those bubbles? Imagine them tingling on your tongue. fizzy deliciousness. Listen to that cascading liquid. A mouth-watering waterfall. Irresistibly tasty. Zero sugar. Crisp, refreshing, and ice cold. Is Coke Zero Sugar the best Coke ever? Try and decide.
Bottom of the 7th inning after Zach Root brought them to their feet, and they stayed on their feet for take me out to the ball game. Arkansas 4, Tennessee 2. Volunteers sticking with Brandon Arvidsson face Logan Maxwell. Ryder Hellfrick is on deck. Cam Kozel to follow. Scored in a couple of innings in a row now. The home run by Hellfrick in the 5th inning. A run-scoring single by Davalon in the 6th inning. You know, all 4 Razorback runs have scored with 2 outs this afternoon. Maybe you can get something going before 2 outs with Maxwell bunting, and in front of the plate coming out Lawless, bare hands and throws, and gets Maxwell on 1 pitch. They want to get it a little farther in front of the plate, though. Logan makes an out for the first time today. 2-3 on the assist for the catcher, Lawless. And here's Hellfrick.
He needed that ball to roll about 3 more feet, Phil.
Gackle continues to get loose in the pen. Zach Root will finish 7 innings. And boy, with those 7 innings, something else.
Yeah, that's impressive, Phil.
Well, here's Hellfrick. He's been a big reason Root's finished 7 innings. And the pitch, outside, ball 1. Hellfrick's hit into a double play, walked, and then the go-ahead home run in the 5th. It's only 6 home runs in his last 11 games.
I still can't believe that ball got out.
Yeah, 1-0.
I can't believe
strike
that
on a cutter, 1-1.
I can't believe that got out and Alois didn't. He hammered that ball.
Yeah, if you look at the 2 hardest balls, well, I wouldn't even say the one by Hellfrick was hard hit. The 1-1 inside, and it's a 2-1 count.
No, 84 doesn't meet the threshold by far.
84 doesn't even get to the warning track. 2-1 to Ryder. Big swing and a foul. That was right up there for him. 2-2.
Well, that's a good cut.
That was one of those home runs. You wonder, was there a baseball got up there blowing it out? 2-2. Didn't break, stayed up, ball 3.
I think the baseball gods helped out a little right there, Phil. We needed a little extra push.
The baseball god of wind, the 3-2. Swing and a foul. It's a hanging slider right there for Ryder. Arvidsson's 3-2, and Hellfrick strikes out looking. What a cutter, just broke late to clip the top of the strike zone in 2 outs. Hey, we're doing another Razorback raffle, and right now the Razorback raffle jackpot is up to $120,220. The drawing will be tomorrow after the 6th inning. And you can buy your Razorback raffle tickets either here at Paul Walker Stadium or go to razorbackraffle.com or on the Razorback app. Right now the prize for the winner would be over $60,000. Kozel grounds to second base. Curley's playing deep, makes the play, and the throw ends the inning. For the first time today, the Razorbacks fail to get a base runner. And we're also brought to you in part today by the Arkansas Ford dealers and the Ford F-150. Like the Razorbacks, this truck has a strong tradition. It's earned by outstanding capability and smart features like a mobile generator. That's how to create a legacy, and the official truck of the Arkansas Razorbacks. With 7 innings complete in the first of the Fayetteville Super Regional, Gabe Gackle's coming on to protect a 4-2 lead over Tennessee. First this from Summit Utilities.
Summit Utilities is proud to be a part of your community, and helping you save energy is important to us. That's why we offer a variety of rebates and energy-saving programs so you can do more and spend less. From your business to home, we've got you covered. Water heaters, furnaces, food service equipment, commercial and industrial systems. Yes! Save on all of it. Visit summitutilities.com to learn about our energy-saving programs.
The Hog Call, the siren song of the Cardinal and White. Heard in every corner of Baum Walker Stadium, it's a clear warning for any foe that dares get in their way. Ford knows knows that strong traditions start with leadership, like Ford F-Series, America's best-selling trucks 48 years straight. Drive F-150, official truck of the Razorbacks, only at your Arkansas Ford dealer, based on 1977 to 2024 total sales.
Gabe Gackel coming on in relief. As we get into the top of the 8th inning, Hogs lead 4-2. What a tremendous performance today by Zach Root. 7 innings, 2 runs, 1 of them earned, 1 hit, 2 walks, struck out 6. Root faced 24 batters, only 4 of them reached base, 1 of them on an error, and only 1 base hit. 92 pitches, 60 strikes. Bubba Carpenter, I think, and plus the velocity he showed, the lineup he's pitching against, the setting and everything, I think Zach Root made himself some money today.
Oh, absolutely, Phil. He showing 99 2 times, a bunch of 97s. I mean, he definitely, his stock rose today.
And Gabe Gackel gets the ball now, and he's already done with the warm-ups, but the commercial break has another 20 seconds. And, he's ready to pitch. Levi Clark's ready to get into the box, but ESPN is still in commercial break.
But you know what? It's not just the scouts, it's the fans here. I mean, with us, I mean, that's an impressive performance by Zach Root.
Well, maybe Gabe Gackel can give you 2 innings that were similar. 17th outing for the hard-throwing right-hander. This is Gabe's 8th as a reliever. And Levi Clark takes his first pitch for a strike.
Phil, when I'm coaching, I'm always counting outs, trying to figure out, okay, when's the top of the lineup going to go up, roll back over. And this lineup's going to roll back over before this game's over.
Clark, Lawless, and Marin here. They're combined 0 for 6. The pitch jammed him. Fouled back to the net, strike 2. Gackel's record 4-2. He has 1 save. Only a .240 average allowed. 60 in a third innings. 28 walks. 76 strikeouts. .477 ERA. 0-2 to Clark. Outside. Clark's grounded out twice. Tennessee with just the 1 base hit. A home run in the 5th inning. Just a couple other balls that you could say been hit hard. 1-2 on Levi Clark. The kick and the pitch. Fastball inside corner. Strike 3. Painted. 1 away in the 8th.
Love it, Phil. 98 inside corner. I don't know what Clark turned around and stared at. He stared at Gackel all the way back to the dugout, and you just want to say, sit down.
Stone Lawless, the freshman catcher, is grounded ashore and struck out looking. Righty on righty, bases empty, and Gackel deals. Fouled off, strike 1. 0-97 again. Remember, Gabe Gackel, of course, was the opening day starting pitcher for the Razorbacks against Washington State. Moved into the bullpen a couple of weeks into SEC play and has been a reliever since the middle of April, and he's been really good in relief. 1 strike count on Stone Lawless. Here's the pitch. Ground ball, third base, right at Iredale. Clean field. The throw on the money. 2 down in the 8th.
I like it.
And Manny Marin, the number 9 batter, is next.
Gackel's demeanor, Phil, when he's out of the bullpen, he's just got a little swag to him. You know what I mean? You could just tell his body language looking at him on the broadcast.
And he displayed that same kind of confidence in relief as a freshman. Mm-hmm. Never felt like we felt that or saw that confidence as a starter. Tennessee's going to try to slow this 8th inning down with 2 quick outs on 5 pitches. So Josh Elander, former Arkansas grad assistant, former star at Auburn, is chatting up with Manny Marin. This is well within the rules. It's an offensive conference.
I'm surprised it took 8 innings for him to do the offensive conference. But look at Gackel. He's on the mound waiting.
Manny Marin is 0 for 2. 2 flyouts to right field. And the pitch is inside. Kozel's behind second, looking to take one away. The 1-0 to Marin. Foul ball in the air off the right side, 1-1.
Good fastball by Gabe right there, 96, top of the zone. What's crazy when you see Gabe Gackle right there, Phil, it's like he's just out there. Look how calm he is, just under control, confident. He's throwing BP.
The 1-1. Marin a wave and a miss on a slider, 1-2. That's going to bring it back out of their seats with 2 outs and a 1-2 count in the 8th inning, leading by 2. Crowd's been incredible today. Gackle throws in the dirt. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Surprised he went changeup right there.
Two balls, 2 strikes. The wind, the pitch. Pop up, shortstop. Aloy backing up. Davalon there in left field. Coming on. Makes the catch. A 3-up, 3-down 8th inning from Gabe Gackle. And the Hogs have held Tennessee to just 2 runs on 1 hit through 3 times over the batting order. Brought to you by Roller Funeral Homes. They don't just serve the community, they're an integral part of it with commitment that extends beyond services offered. It's reflected in every community event they sponsor, every initiative they support, and in the compassionate presence to maintain in our daily lives. With the bottom of the 8th approaching, the Razorbacks lead Tennessee 4-2 on the Razorback Sports Network from Learfield.
Now is the time to join Hogs Plus, the Netflix for Razorback fans.
Arkansas wins it. Here they come.
Documentaries, exclusive interviews,
people everywhere. And then, next thing you know, it's just everybody's packed.
Insider access, and an incredible library of films.
Arkansas leads it by 3.
A membership like no other.
I don't think it gets any better than this.
So you're giving me goosebumps now.
Start your free trial today at hogsplus.com.
I'm a big believer that when you surround yourself with the best, it kind of gets the best out of you. And I wanted to play for a program where you're expected to be the best.
2 home runs, including a grand slam for Charles Davalon.
In this week's episode of The Home Run, we sat down with the SEC's hit leader, Charles Davalon, to talk about how a kid from Montreal went from hockey rinks to hitting leadoff for the Razorbacks, how a couple of highlights on Twitter helped launch it all. Available wherever you get podcasts.
To the bottom of the 8th inning with Arkansas leading 4-2 over the Tennessee Volunteers. Tanner Franklin will take over to pitch now for the Vols, relieving Braden Arvidsson. A couple of moments ago, I'd given incorrect information about the Razorback raffle. The Razorback raffle is not available for purchase inside Baum-Walker Stadium. That's just in regular season games. So the only place that you can buy your Razorback raffle tickets is online at razorbackraffle.com or on the app. Those are the only places. And again, we're going to draw the winner tomorrow. If we do it the same time we did it the last time Tennessee was in town, it'll be after the 6th inning. All right. So Tanner Franklin, one of the hardest throwing pitchers in college baseball, now on the hill. 26th appearance, 25th in relief. Records 1-2, 276 average given up, 37 and a third innings, 9 walks, 51 strikeouts. His ERA is a little bit over 5. 6, 7, and 8 for the Hogs. Kuhio Aloy, Brent Iredale, and Reese Robinette. Franklin pitching from the daylight, and Kuhio hitting in the shadows. The first pitch is grounded right at first base. Fisher makes the play on a knee and goes to first. That's twice now that Aloy's grounded out to first base and is 1 for 4. And Brent Iredale is next up.
Boy, he hit that ball hard, though.
1 run for Tennessee, 2 runs for Tennessee. They came in the 5th inning. Hogs scored 1 in the 2nd, 2 in the 5th. Last run came in the 6th inning on a Charles Davalon 2-out single, and it scored Iredale. And the pitch to Brent here is swing and a miss at a fastball. 0-1.
It's 98, top of the zone.
Iredale's 2 for 3, breaks him out of a 1 for 15 slide, singles his last 2 at-bats. The 0-1. is a strike on the inside. Slider came up at the top, 0-2.
Wow, he slowed down bad on that pitch, Phil.
Three-man shift on the left for Iredale with Robinette now on deck. The wind of the pitch, fastball outside on Iredale. Hogs with a 10-1 hit advantage. Arkansas has only committed the only one error of the game. The 1-2 on Iredale, low. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Looking ahead into the Tennessee ninth inning, top of the batting order. Gavin Keelan, Andrew Fisher, Hunter Ensley, and they've combined to go 0 for 8. The 2-2 from Franklin, and Iredale takes strike 3. A slider for the second out of the 8th inning brings Robinette.
Well, I tell you what, he slows his whole body down on that slider. Different arm slot, different arm speed.
Robinette hit a single against Dylan Lloyd to extend the 6th inning. He didn't get credit for a run or an RBI, but he certainly had a hand in that last Arkansas run. Franklin walks on top of the hill. 2 big guys going at each other here. The pitch to Big Country is outside. Now the 1-0 to Reese. Good swing and a foul. 98. Franklin can throw triple digits. They've got 2 pitchers that can throw up to 100 miles an hour. Franklin and Nate Snead being the other. The Hogs have 2 of their own. Christian Fouch, Jackson Wiggins. Wiggins, of course, hurt. 1-1. Sidearm pitch low, ball 2.
Yeah, he went with a changeup right there.
Looks like he drops down a little bit with the changeup.
Hey, he shows his off-speed stuff, Phil. If I was Robinette, I'd sit fastball right here and let it fly.
2-1. Ground ball deflected by the pitcher, first base side, going after it, bare hands, and gets Robinette 1-3 to end the 8th inning. So that's the last chance for the Hogs to add to the lead. Hey, the 12th game of the SEC football tradition, the Battle Line rivalry with the Hogs and Missouri is headed to Fayetteville this next season. It's the tradition and always presented by Shelter Insurance. Last chance, top of the 9th inning. Hogs 4, Volunteers 2. Stay for the 9th inning after this on the Razorback Sports Network from Learfield.
Are you looking for a venue to watch sports while enjoying great food from a chef-driven menu? Are you needing an event space for large gatherings, for birthdays, rehearsal dinners, or company meetings and holiday parties? Farrell's Lounge Bar and Grill is Northwest Arkansas's premier sports bar and event space with 24 high-def TVs, 35 beers on tap, extensive menu offerings, and a full bar. Farrell's is the destination for any sports or food fanatic. For more info, go to farrellslounge.com. Farrell's Lounge on Dixon Street, Fayetteville.
The children of Arkansas deserve the highest quality health care, and as the state's only hospital system solely dedicated to caring for children, that's exactly what Arkansas Children's delivers. Whether you're calling the Hogs from Springdale, Jonesboro, Little Rock, or Pine Bluff, Arkansas Children's provides care close to home so that even the tiniest of Razorback fans can have more time being kids. At Arkansas Children's, we make kids better today and healthier tomorrow.
Top of the 9th inning, closing time. Gabe Gackle takes the ball after a dominant 8th inning. Looking to pick up a Game 1 win here in the Super Regional and put Tennessee on the edge of defeat. Top of the batting order, though, it'll be Gavin Keelan, Andrew Fisher, Hunter Ensley. Now, Gackle faced each of them when he pitched in relief of Zach Root 3 weeks ago. Fisher had struck out and singled against Gackle. Ensley struck out, hit a ground ball to shortstop. Keelan flied out to right field. But the other 2 batters that would bat if anybody reaches in this inning, Dalton Bargo, Dean Curley, they both homered against Gackle on that day. Keelan to lead off. He's grounded out twice and walked once. Lefty at the plate. And here's Gackle's pitch. Outside, ball 1.
Phil, they just showed a stat. Tennessee's 1-12 when leading after 8. The only game they won was at Ole Miss.
Hogs up a couple of runs, 4-2 with a 10-1 hit advantage. You do feel the score could be much better than 4-2. Here's the pitch to Keelan. And an off-speed pitch drops in for a strike, 1-1.
I like it. Boy, they have found a sweet spot at the top of that zone with those breaking balls.
Yeah, it's been Root, it's been Gackle at the top of the zone all game. Here's a 1-1 on Keelan. Popped it up over third base. Late break for Iredale. Ball's fading foul. Aloy's looking to chase it down, and Davalon's there to make the catch in foul territory.
Wow, that's a great catch. I got worried, Phil. I could see them all coming together. Iredale kind of got twisted around. I'm like, oh, no, this isn't good.
At the very last moment, Davalon was Johnny on the spot.
Phil, he went a long way to make that catch.
1 out, and Andrew Fisher gets the Boo Birds. He's 0 for 3. He's flied out to the track. He has struck out, hit into a double play. Hogs shift, 3 men on the right. Gackle throws outside. He overthrows a fastball here. It looks pretty jacked up. Count is 1-0. Cole Gibbler is standing on the top of the mound in the bullpen. He'd be ready to warm up potentially if they get a man on. The 1-0 to Fisher. Outside again, 2-0.
Are you surprised to see a freshman on the mound right there versus Coyle?
Is that Coyle or is that Gibbler?
I don't know. It looks like Gibbler from here.
It is Gibbler. That's right. I know they really like the slider for Gibbler against this team. Gackle shook off a sign. He's behind 2-0. The pitch to Fisher. Fastball ripped into right field. Line drive. Home run for Fisher. 4-3 in the 9th inning. Fisher's 25th.
Well, Phil, he just cheated on a 2-0 fastball right there, and that's what you're supposed to do. That's a fastball up and in. He didn't get all of it. He got enough of it. I saw Gackle shake a couple times. Boy, I wish he could have shaken to a breaking ball.
Gibbler now gets loose in the pen. Hunter Ensley is the next batter. Tennessee's now hit 3 home runs against Gackle in 2 appearances. Gabe, for the years, only allowed 6 home runs, half of them from this Tennessee lineup. And both of Tennessee's hits today have left the park. Ensley, 2 strikeouts and a flyout. Righty on righty, bases empty, Hogs up a run. The wind of the pitch, high and inside. Gackle standing with his right foot on the extreme first base side of the rubber, right where the shadows come up. And the 1-0 to Ensley. High again, ball 2. You have to settle him down, Bubba.
Yeah, he missed with 2 cutters up top.
Ryder Hellfrick making a slow walk, going out to speak with his longtime teammate, Gabe Gackle. They've been teammates, not just here at Arkansas, but back in Southern California a long time.
You know, Gabe's not the kind of guy that gets rattled, though. I mean, he gave up a home run. It's a solo home run. Solo home runs don't beat you. Now you just got to settle down and get back in the zone.
It's Bargo on deck that they may have Cole Gibbler warming up for. Ensley steps back in. 2 balls, no strikes. Kozel's going to try to take one away up the middle. Outfield is straight up. Here's the windup. Ground ball jammed him right at Aloy. Up a couple of steps. Fields throws. 2 outs in the 9th. What a good comeback there by Gackle.
Phil, that's a gutsy pitch right there. That's a 2-0 cutter inside part of the plate.
There won't be a soul on the seats for this 9th inning at-bat for Dalton Bargo. And it looks like DVH will stick with Gackle here. Bargo is 0 for 3 today, but hit a hard liner that Robinette dropped for a 5th inning error. Otherwise, strikeout, ground out, and he's 2 for his last 36. A 1-run lead, needing 1 out for the win. The wind of the pitch. Strike called. Low outside corner. Backdoored him with a cutter.
That's a great pitch right there. Perfect location.
Bargo's hit 14 home runs, 1 of them against Gackle. 1 strike pitch. Outside. Through a changeup. Gackle motionless on the mound. Pitch timer down to 2. He wasn't ready. He'll step off. And they're going to call ball 2 on him. Or no, maybe not ball 2. The plate umpire, Rick Allen, he's stepped in front of the plate, points to both dugouts. Now Tony Vitello's out from the third base dugout. And I don't know if Gackle was able to get timeout called or not.
It looks like it, or he wouldn't be having that conversation. He must have somehow. Ryder, it looked like Ryder was trying to get it too.
And now Allen takes out his pitch counter, looks at it. He hasn't signaled to anybody that there's going to be a ball called here. In fact, he's talking with the batter Bargo on his way back up, and it looks like the count remains 1-1. All right, what a time for a tense moment, right?
Yeah, like we needed any more.
Gackle's ready. Here's his pitch to Bargo. Swing and a miss. Strike 2.
Phil, look at the spin rate on that cutter. You think he's not fired up? That's 3,005 RPMs.
Nate Thompson steps out of the dugout. He's going to realign right fielder Logan Maxwell. 2 steps to his left. Gackle listening to the pitch comm. Ready with a 1-2 count. The pitch to Bargo, very high, threw it to the backstop. I haven't seen Gackle. Remember all the times that he closed games last year? You never felt like he was quite this jacked up.
He's fired up, there's no doubt. I mean, you got, 12,000 fans probably cheering?
Need to make one more good pitch and finish Bargo off. And then you can get a good sleep and think about tomorrow. 2-2. He struck him out swinging, and this one belongs to the Razorbacks. The Hogs beat Tennessee 4-3 to open the Fayetteville Super Regional, and they dominated on the pitcher's mound. 2 hits for Tennessee. Now they both left the ballpark, but it wasn't enough. The Hogs win 4-3, and they're 1 win away from the Emerald City.
I love it, Phil. Gutsy performance right there by our pitching staff. I mean, how about Zach Root? That's the best I've ever seen him. And how about Gackle coming in right there and making a couple of awesome pitches? 96 right there, perfect location.
A tremendous Super Regional baseball game. Exactly what you thought it might be like. Stay with us for the Armor Bank 10th inning show right after this from Arkansas Blue Cross.
What does care look like through the years? From the first memories to the treasured moments, from life's accomplishments to life's challenges. We're here for you, body and mind. Arkansas Blue Cross and Blue Shield has been taking care of families for more than 75 years, providing health insurance and peace of mind with the kind of coverage that ensures your best days are ahead. Take good care, Arkansas.